Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Performance Trust Stadium here on the campus of Wheaton Academy in West Chicago, Illinois. There are a few things better than playing high school football under the lights on a Friday night, and we are about to witness a treat as we watch these two teams battle it out in a little crosstown rivalry game. My name is Daniel Smith, a teacher and coach here at the Academy, and I am here in the booth with Brennan Van Meter and Garrison Cho, who will be doing color commentary for tonight's game. Fellas, let me set the stage a little bit for tonight's matchup, and then I'd love to hear your thoughts. Wheaton Academy shocked the world last week, scoring 49 unanswered points against Bishop Mack to get the win in our first home game. We put everyone in the Metro Suburban Conference on notice. St. Francis, on the other hand, picked up right where they left off and crushed ICCP 24-0 and started their season off undefeated. Something's got to give tonight, and I know these two teams both want this victory badly. So I want to ask you guys, what do you think we can expect for tonight's game, and what's it going to take for us to come out with a W?
For us, I think it's going to be coming down to defense again. I think we need to come out and play hard on defense at the start, because at the end of the game, it's great that our defense came into it and started playing well and got those interceptions at the end. But I think they need to bring that energy at the very beginning of this game to get that lead. And once we get that lead, we're going to be gone. And that's the biggest thing I feel like for tonight's game to get a win is we got to play good defense versus the Spartans team.
I completely agree. And another thing is, our offense, they need to get some work in too, because fourth quarter they did amazing. They did great, but they had a really, really slow start. So that's going to be a big thing for them, getting the energy going right away and getting first downs right away, because that was a big struggle for us in the first half, getting first downs.
For sure, fellas. I agree with you both. In talking to coaches this week, they were telling us that one of the keys to victory for us is on offense. We don't even necessarily have to score every single possession, but we need to avoid two things: turnovers and 3-and-outs. We cannot continue to give the ball back to this high-powered St. Francis offense led by quarterback Tommy Rittenhouse.
Yeah, that'll be a big thing for us for sure. Tommy Rittenhouse, he's a great QB. I know he already has he's already committed to Illinois State, so that's a big deal for St. Francis and for him as he can continue his career and lead this team to some victories. Hopefully not tonight for us, but yeah.
Yeah, just a quick recap again from last week. So Wheaton Academy started off down by 23 points, and things were looking bleak. And then in the second half, it was a series of big plays and then a couple defensive turnovers, a couple pick sixes that really kind of blew the doors open. And it honestly looked like our defense was playing chess while their offense was playing checkers. And we knocked them off their feet. What was your guys' take on the second half last week from Wheaton Academy?
Yeah, something for me, I know as our defense started to get good and get into the rhythm, their offense started to feel the pressure, and once you feel the pressure and start hurrying up, you start to make mistakes, and you just they needed to take that breath and slow down, and our defense did, and then it got into Bishop Mack's head, and that messed with them. So
for sure.
Yeah, I think also with last week's game and in the second half, defense got a lot of turnovers, and the good thing was that the offense capitalized on some of those turnovers. Like, they didn't give up on like 3-and-outs and then they had to kick it away to the other team. They actually got points out of those turnovers, which is what helped them also to get to that win as well.
No doubt about it. I was really inspired by our grit. I'm looking now as the players walk out in the field. Head coach in his first season, Jim Johannick, has just done a phenomenal job leading this team. You see him there. Navigating through a pandemic, all the changes. He's picking up right where Coach Brad Thornton left off and continuing the success of this program, focusing on toughness, intensity, passion, player development. And it was so cool to see all of that pay off last week. That was special, especially some of the seniors, all the seniors staying back from senior trip because they felt part of a brotherhood, and they definitely showed out for each other in opening week.
Yeah, and as we see our players running on here and the captain's getting ready for the coin toss, I think it's going to be a great game tonight for sure. And definitely got to see the hustle and see them working hard. And if they can do that the whole night, I think it's gonna be a great game.
No, I totally
no doubt
agree.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Chris Carson's the senior out there as the captain. Tommy Rittenhouse for St. Francis, number 5. Who else is behind him? I see number 68, Josh Brunner. Number 25, Fabian Alvarez, also standing around midfield.
Yeah, and then looks like for St. Francis they have Jackson Gerard, Ryan Holman, TJ McMillan, who's the coach's son for St. Francis. Really good player for
Sophomore, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I'm looking over the lineup here, it looks like St. Francis also only has one freshman on their team, Antonio Gutierrez. Not sure if he's a starter for them. Just like Wheaton Academy here, we have Liam White, our only freshman on the team, who is a starter for us.
And he made some huge plays in week 1.
Yeah.
Did he? I believe he had a pick 6.
Pick 6.
And another touchdown, about a 20-yard receiving touchdown in the second half. That was, I think, maybe when the tides were turning for the Warriors.
Yeah, and then he's one of our main return men. He and Joseph Bracey usually stay back to return the ball, and he had some great ones there. I think he got up to the 50, maybe past the 50 to the 40 on one kickoff, so really good there. It was really exciting that was in the second half, so really exciting to see how the energy and the hype got to him and really helped him out there.
Yeah, field position is going to be key. If we could break a nice return off, give our offense a chance to score in short field, it'll be interesting to see when we do have to punt, kind of if we can flip the field and not give Francis prime opportunities in scoring territory, try to win the turnover battle. Yep. I was talking to both the Swiders, coach, defensive coordinator Justin Swider, and then his dad, Mike Swider Sr., and I was asking him what the game plan was, and he said we're going to come out in our traditional 4-3 defense, 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, but then we're going to really have to mix it up. When the other team has a veteran quarterback, he said sometimes we might bring a blitz, sometimes we might drop 8 and cover, or we might drop 7 and put a QB spy, because Rittenhouse really loves to scramble around the edge.
Yeah.
So he said we're going to give them multiple looks and just see if we can not let them get into a rhythm. So it'll be very interesting to see that battle between our defense and their offense out there tonight. So we're going to turn it over now for the PA for the national anthem.
Dear God, we thank you for tonight. We thank you that we can be out here and watch this football. I pray that you would help all these players to remain healthy, and that tonight would just be glorifying and honoring to you. In Jesus' name, amen. First for defense for St. Francis. At defensive back, number 3, Ryan Calcagno. At linebacker, number 8, John.
All right, fellas. It's a little bit chilly out here. It kind of feels like fall, even though it's almost April. Good amount of fans out. Great to see that. There for a while, we weren't even sure if we were going to have a season. So I know I teach a lot of these guys, and I know they were so excited even to have an abbreviated season. There's nothing more special than, being a part of a team. You work so hard for this, especially the seniors. So it's so cool to see some fans out here supporting, some students, and we're going to have a great night.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And as you were saying, like fans, it's great to see some students out here. It's a whiteout tonight.
Oh,
so
I see that.
Yeah, super great to have them here and be able to cheer on the teams, because I know for a while we weren't sure if we would be able to have fans, and a lot of schools can't have fans, so it's nice for Wheaton Academy to be able to host fans here and have that opportunity.
Yeah, it's good to see the Maroon Platoon back again, see all those students together again over on that side of the field. It's good that they're out here supporting again for our Warriors. But yeah, it's great to see them again. I never really thought we were going to ever have our Maroon Platoon back again this year just because of COVID, and didn't think it was going to be able to work, but it's great to see them again.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Well, the Warriors are about to take the field here in a couple minutes, and we'll see. Wasn't able to see if we're going to receive the kick or if we're going to kick off first, but couple things on St. Francis just to give a little more context. I was watching their game online against ICCP last week, and if you are a fan of kind of high-scoring offense, then you're going to like what they run. They started the game with 4 wide receivers. They ran multiple 5 wide receiver sets, 3 wide receiver sets. They probably pass 70% of the time and throw 30% of the time. They're definitely kind of that running gun style. And we'll see. I was in this exact spot 2 years ago when we played St. Francis here, and Rittenhouse, who was a sophomore who started for them, and it was a problem trying to contain him getting around the edge. He was making plays. He was prolonging plays. And so it'll be very interesting to see what looks we throw at him to try to keep him under contain.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be huge for us. A huge thing for our D-line, keeping him in the pocket, trying to not let him scramble out. As he's great at extending the play, and if he can, there's no stopping him. He can scramble, he can run well, scramble out of the pocket, do whatever he needs to get the throw off or get some yards. So that'll be a big thing for us.
Yeah, hopefully along with that with the defensive line, but hopefully also our linebackers will also keep an eye out for him when he's rolling out, because even if the defensive line can't contain him, the linebackers got to be watching for him if he's going to scramble and get a couple of those yards downfield and get some pressure on him, hopefully, and mess him up a little bit, get into his head a little bit, hit him a little bit maybe or something like that, get him a little bit out of his game. Hopefully the linebackers will be watching out for that if he gets out of the pocket and starts running.
100% agree with you, Garrison, and it looks like we are going to be receiving the kickoff. So we will see David Dorn, the junior quarterback, and this Warrior offense take the field here shortly. And there's no better way to give it a statement than to drive it down the field and punch it in on your first possession.
Yeah, hopefully with David again. Last year, that was his first game he played against was against Francis last year, and he had a rough start. And it makes sense, it was his first game playing as starting quarterback, but hopefully tonight he can get a win and play better than what he did last year. I know that he's been working a whole lot over this summer to get better as a quarterback, and I've seen it. We saw it last week, but hopefully he will get a win and get that bad memory from last year out of his head of losing 40-0 versus them last year. So hopefully David Dorn will get a good win and play well tonight.
No doubt about it. It's electric here, and the kick is away. Fielded by the Warriors around the 10. Taken down around the 30. So good field position for the Warriors here.
Yeah. I mean, we can already see the explosiveness our return men have. I believe that was Liam White there.
Yep.
But really good.
Yeah.
Cutting, making some cuts, getting through.
Yep.
You can see here on the replay, gets past a few and then eventually gets taken down. But really good job, and it's going to be really exciting to see him
Warriors coming out with a 4 wide receiver set here. Dorn in the gun.
Yeah. Pass. Oh.
Quick throw to the left side. Nothing there as he's wrapped up quickly. That's number 3, Joe Bracey.
Yeah, you never want to see something like that. Really not what you want to see on the first play, but
No.
should be good getting further along here.
Yeah.
See what the Warriors have here. 3 wide receivers. Handoff up the middle. I believe that's Trevor Donna. He gets a nice gain.
Yeah, nice job by Trevor getting through there. Had a good game last week, so hopefully he'll carry that over and do well with that.
Yeah, let's take a look at our Wheaton Academy starters. There's the big guys in the middle. Always got to show some love to the men in the trenches. You got Josh Brunner, James Kapitanek, Peter Johannick, Jared Samuelson, and Zach Smith. And we will show you the skill positions shortly. But you got to show some love to the big guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dorn drop back to pass. Throws it across the middle, off the hands of Liam White. Great coverage there. Take a look at this replay. Nice route, but the safety made a good play on it and just kind of made contact right as the ball got there.
Good coverage by them. Good coverage by number 6. It looked like there.
4th and 6. Looks like the Warriors are going to have to punt here. We talked about that, fellas. We wanted to try to avoid the 3 and outs. We didn't take much time off the clock, so we're going to try to. Those are the things we want to try to avoid throughout this game is to see if we can we need to make sure we get a few first downs each and every drive. Good coverage, and he doesn't get much there. So Spartans will take over around the 40-yard line, and the Wheaton Academy defense will get their first shot at the high-powered Spartan offense.
Yeah, that was some really good hustle down the field by Trevor Donna, getting down there to stop him and then be able to bring him down. Number 8, Liam White. So really good job there.
Yeah, nice job of gang tackling.
Yep.
Looks like Wheaton Academy starting in kind of a base 4-3, cover 2. We got 2 safeties up high. Francis starting empty set, 5 wide receivers.
Oh, nice hit by number 25, Fabian. Yeah, that was a good hit on the receiver.
Big hit by Fabian. Read that route. Perfect timing. Nice collision. Let's take a look at our starting defense here. We've got Liam White, Joe Bracey as our defensive backs. Nico Zepeda and Fabian Alvarez as our 2 safeties, and Chris Carson's one of our linebackers. He's on the outside. We'll hit the other 2 shortly. Francis going deep. That's tough.
Dang, that's tough, yeah.
Number 8, Liam White. That was a great throw by Rittenhouse, and White was just a few steps behind the wide receiver. Thankfully, he tripped him up, and so Francis will have the ball around the 5.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to see most of this night from Rittenhouse, those deep passes. He's really good at those, so our defense is just going to have to get covering that and be good with that.
Yep, can't be out of position. He'll make us pay.
Yeah.
Handoff up the middle, hit immediately and dropped. Nice job there. I believe that was number 70, big Josh Friedland.
Yep.
Honestly, last week's game, for those who watched, our defensive line got amazing push all night long. Stuffed Bishop Mack up the middle. They could not run the ball on us. I am hoping to see a repeat of that, and I know our defensive line feels the same way.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, totally. Hopefully we'll see that again. And I know that Friedland was a little bit nervous today from what I heard from a couple of teachers that had him in class. So hopefully he won't be too nervous out there.
He didn't look nervous on that big hit.
Yeah.
Francis, another spread, trip wide receiver left, running back on Rittenhouse's left side. He audibles, changes the play there. And that's going to be a false start. That's going to back them up. So what was at the 5 now becomes what was a 2nd and 6 will be a 2nd and 11. Nice break for the Warriors.
Yeah, and after that big pass earlier, that's something the Warriors need. Really help them. Might be a delay of game, I think.
Yeah, that also, I mean, just with that penalty, it helps the Warriors just to get a little breathing room so they're not so pressed up against the back of the end zone there, so they don't feel too tight, and hopefully they can get a stop here.
Rittenhouse is going to scramble. He can get to the edge. Pushed out around the 1. And that's what he'll do. Very elusive. You can see right here, and there's a nice little big block, almost a blindside block on Chris Carson's there, but it looked like the offense kind of let off at the last minute.
Yeah.
But that was still a big collision.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. The scrambling alone by Rittenhouse is going to be a huge thing for us, so got to bring the pressure, hold our gaps. And
Yep.
Another handoff and immediately dropped. Is that number 70 again? It is.
Looks like it, yeah.
Take a look at this replay. Watch number 70 just going to split right up the gap and immediately hit the running back number 21 right as he receives the handoff. Another great play by Josh Friedland, the senior.
And it looks like they are going to go for it. Does not look like Francis wants to put their kicking team out there right now. So Rittenhouse is going to have to get a touchdown pass or something's got to work for this Spartans offense, because if they don't get it here, the Warriors get the ball back. So hopefully these Warriors can get a stop right now. Yeah.
Big play here. Quick slant, and he got it. Was waiting to see the umpire didn't signal touchdown, but it must have been the back judge, because they are celebrating. So that's going to be Spartans get the first 6 of the game. It was a nice just little quick slant. Guy had inside position on our DB, and Rittenhouse put it on the numbers. So hard to guard. Even in Madden, the quick slant is unbeatable.
Yeah, I mean, it's good coverage. Joseph was the one who's guarding that slant route that number 18 caught. But, yeah, it was good defense. Joseph couldn't do anything better. I mean, he played great. Yeah, he played great defense there.
Yeah, take a look at this replay here. The receiver's going to be on the left side of your screen. Yeah. Nice footwork and just steps in front. Joe Bracey tried to reach in and kind of give swat the ball down at the last minute, but just out of his reach.
Yeah, as you were saying, quick slants and in Madden, one of my favorite plays to run it. You can get a touchdown off that play when you're on your own 5-yard line. So
no doubt.
It's a good play.
Spartans have a really good program. Their head coach is Bob McMillan. He's been there for a while now. Little history. I mean, St. Francis won the state title in football in 2008. They used to be in Wheaton Academy's division, and we battled with them a lot. Then they left, went to a new league, and only in the last 5 years or so have rejoined the MSC, and we've kind of renewed the rivalry in all the sports. It's always fun to play them since they're so close. But they've definitely had our number in football. We're hoping to change that tonight.
Yeah, and this will be a big game for the Warriors, as we had never beaten Bishop Mack before last week, and we beat them last week. So let's hope the streak can keep going for us, and we can get something good going here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I totally agree. Hopefully we will get a big win. If we can get another big win, this will definitely help them going into spring break and into their next football game.
Yep, looks like Liam White is going to field it again, bobbled it, but picked it up quickly. Makes a nice move and gets tripped up around the 22-yard line. So the Warrior offense is back on the field, and anything but a 3-and-out will be good here. Made a few nice plays. But just was not able to get the first. Let's finish our starting lineup here with the skill positions. We've got Nico Zepeda out wide, Andrew LaPlante, Joseph Bracey, Seamus Faulkner, your wide receivers, Trevor Donna and Chris Carson's your primary running backs, and then, as we talked about, David Dorn, the junior, calling the plays. Play action, and Dorn had nowhere to go. Don't know if that was a read option or if that was just a play action pass, but the penetration from St. Francis's defense got there before he could even roll out and make a play. Tough one here. Be second long.
He was brought down by T.J. McMillan, who's the coach's son, and he has 6 D1 offers already, and he's only a sophomore. So he is a great player, and that it's going to be hard to hold him there. But
yep, you can see him from here. He's a big old boy. He's lined up kind of right over our left guard. We'll keep an eye on that battle. Dorn, man in his face, throws an interception, and that's going to be a pick 6 for Francis. I see what was going there. We had a nice call. We knew they were going to bring the house blitz, and so we were going to try to lure them in and throw a little halfback screen, but it just wasn't high enough, and I think the defender read it. He got a hand on it, and they punished us for it. That one's going to be tough.
Yeah, hopefully the Warriors offense will shake this off. And
there is a flag on the play, so we'll see if this one's coming back or if it was excessive celebration. I don't see him walking back, but there is a conversation between the referees.
Yeah, and even though we don't like to see the pick 6 by the Spartans there, I personally love to see plays by big guys. So that was a fun play to watch, even though it was sad for us.
No, yeah, totally. It's always great to see the big guys get a play in there. They don't get a lot, so once they get a pick 6 there.
I think it's going to be I think it was excessive celebration because they're still going to kick the extra point. I believe that was the signal. But the touchdown stands, so it'll be 13 pending extra point here. We'll give you a replay of that last interception shortly. Shout out to Fona, our Fona replay board. Fona always putting flavor first. Take a look at the interception here, see what we can see. As you see, Dorn was looking him off, knew he was going for the screen, but the defensive lineman jumped it, and Chris Carson was also covered up. I think they sniffed that one out early, and that was just a tough break.
Yeah, you could see in the replay there, Chris Carson's was trying to get off of him, and not sure who was pushing him back, but one of St. Francis's players was pushing him back, and he just never had a chance for that play. It was wide open ball there, so disappointing to see, but it was a good play by St. Francis.
It was.
Yeah.
And that player, Tyler Dzansky, I believe committed to Penn State to be a long snapper for them, if I saw that correctly on Twitter. So another big-time player. St. Francis football team, they got a few transfers this year in as well and kind of beefed up their size and strength. They got 3 new players from Waubonsie, 2 from Neuqua Valley, and 1 from Naperville Central. So this Francis team reloaded, and they are definitely showing here early why they're ranked top 10 in the state in their division.
And you can also say the same thing for us in this Wheaton Academy team. We've gotten some transfers over here too. We've got Nico's Zepeda's transfer. We got Andrew Pastalia, who's also I think a linebacker on the defense, and he transferred over too. So we picked up some transfers as well that have they've helped our team as well.
No doubt. It was a very weird year with COVID, right? And so since we were so blessed to be able to do in-person learning. I think a few students who were able to wanted to join us in that for academics as well. So we've welcomed them into the Wheaton Academy family.
Yeah, I'm one of those students who did transfer over here for being full-time in person.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been really nice to be over here full-time in person. Learning in school is what works for me.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Yeah, there you saw Joe Bracey returning that, bobbled it.
Yeah, so all of you guys, you're watching on YouTube right now on the live stream, make sure you subscribe to Wheaton Academy's YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all of our posts on YouTube and live streams that you can see. You can see Chapel's on there, WA TV, which is our news channel, and everything on there.
Handoff up the middle, going to gain around 4 or 5. That was number 25, Fabian Alvarez on the carry. Little misdirection there. Was talking to offensive coordinator Steve Tunn about kind of the game plan for tonight. He said it's going to be tough to run against them because their linebacking core is so stout. we're going to try to get the ball out in space, maybe some bubble screens, some quick hitters, some misdirection like we saw there. And then we're also going to do some play action and try to take some big hits down the field. We've got to get the ball in the end zone if we want to contend, as you can see. So we'll be looking to throw the ball deep as well. And that's another pick six. Another penalty here. Not sure what the penalty is. Don't know if it's going to bring the play back, but you'll be able to see in this replay, I mean, it was the right idea, but again, their defense was a step ahead of our offense, and he stepped right in front of that. Looked like our wide receiver and QB were not exactly on the same page. Take a look. David throws the out, and it just was a little bit too close to the inside shoulder and gave the DB a shot to step in front. Doesn't look like this is coming back. Looks like it was, maybe even the flag was picked up. I believe that was the signal again. Yeah, it was another unsportsmanlike conduct. Hey, if we learned anything from last week, it's not to count the Warriors out. 23-0 last week.
Got that right.
21-0 now.
I counted them out. Like by the time they hit the third quarter, I was like, I don't think they're going to come back. And then they ended up coming back, which is great. And
no doubt.
Again, can't count them out.
It's an uphill battle, but hey, there's a lot of game left. We're mid-first quarter. I'm excited to see how we respond. We're going to make adjustments. Football's a game of adjustments. We'll make them after this quarter. We'll make them at halftime. And we just got to, tighten up the chin strap a little bit, get after it.
The only big thing that we just need to do is we just cannot let the game get out of hand. I mean, really, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, we need to make those adjustments, but the big thing is like if we let this game get too out of hand by halftime, it's going to make it even harder for us to get back into this game. So we got to keep ourselves in this game still, even if we're down by a good amount. We still need to keep ourselves in this, because if we don't, it's going to be a real hard, tough uphill battle to get back into this game at halftime, after halftime.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And one of the big things that worked well last week against Bishop Mack was some play action. So I'm hoping to maybe see a little more of that. I know their D-line brings a lot of pressure, so you can't always do as much play action, but play action worked well last week, so we might want to give that a shot, see what we can get here.
And also on the defensive side of the ball, I think we played a little bit more man defense after the second half, and that's why we got some of those picks. But they might have to switch that defense over from that zone defense that they like to play to back to a man defense maybe, and that might be able to help them at least slow down the Spartans offense and get maybe a 3-and-out hopefully.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if we come out and maybe try to run the ball a few times. We've had some positive yardage with Trevor Donna and with Chris Karstens. Interested to see with good field position right here in particular, Warriors having the ball at the 40. We'll see if we don't try to run it up the middle a little bit, run in between the tackles. I mean, I was very impressed, and this is something I'm not used to seeing, but once we took the lead last week and we were then running clock, everybody in the stadium knew that we were going to run right up the middle, but we were still ripping off 6 yards, 7 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards. And that just shows that you were winning the battle in the trenches. So I want to see if we give the line a chance here, and maybe if we try to establish the run game and then go back to the pass a little later.
Yeah, that would be a big thing for us, and it looks like they are going to run here. So.
Yep, and he stood up quick for no gain.
Yeah, and that was another great return there by Liam White earlier, and I'm continually impressed by him and his ability to just make cuts, good misdirection, as he's only a freshman, as we said earlier, and really awesome, and just a great play.
Yeah. Shout out to Liam in my advisory group. Ooh, nice step up by Dorn. And that was actually a great play. It was no yardage, but he made one nice move, dodging the defensive end. Let's see take a look at this replay. Boom, that jab step was tough. Nice stiff arm, just had to get rid of it. Had 3 white jerseys in his face, did everything he could there. We got to get a little bit more push on the line and give him some protection, or it's going to be a long night.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And that'll be a big thing for us, getting that protection in here. As he's been feeling the pressure, and you can see that. But he's made some good passes, just sometimes not to the right people, but still, they've been good spirals, good distance, but just off the hands. Oh, that was a big hit there.
It was.
Yes, it was.
I think pass was maybe a little behind him, but it was definitely a catchable ball. Let's take a look at this replay.
Yeah,
that's number 10, Andrew LaPlante.
Ooh, just off his hands, just a little bit. He almost had it. Just a little too far out in front of him. He was almost there. If it was just a little bit closer to him, he probably would have gotten that catch right there. But
yeah, catching a ball across the middle is one of the hardest things to do in football, especially when you start to hear those footsteps. But, man, Andrew is one of the hardest workers in the weight room that I've ever seen, and he is a super tough kid. And Wheaton Academy's going to have to punt here. So, fellas, we talked about it before the game. We wanted to avoid turnovers and 3-and-outs. So far, we've had 4 possessions, 2 turnovers, 2 3-and-outs. So that narrative has to change. And one of the best ways to change it is to get some momentum on defense. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, for sure. And please, our next broadcast is going to be Tuesday, April 6th at 6:30. It's a soccer game against Chicago Christian. It's going to be a great game. Our soccer team has been doing really good. Recently, they took down the number 1 team in our conference, I believe, Naperville North. So they're a really good team, and that was awesome to see them play.
Yeah, last week was a huge week for Wheaton Academy sports. We had the Bishop Mag football win, the big soccer win against Naperville North. Flag on the play. Let's see if they're going to back them up. Looks like they called intentional grounding. Actually, I don't know because they're walking it forward. Looks like the penalty is on the Warriors here.
Yeah, it does look like it's against them.
I bet it was roughing the passer. Roughing the passer. I wasn't able to see. I saw that he threw it out to the flat, and it wasn't even a catchable ball. So that one hurts.
Weird.
That one hurts. Ball at midfield. Ball at midfield. First down for the Spartans, and it's just Rittenhouse alone in the backfield. 5 wide receivers. He looks deep, throws it deep. It's caught up the left sideline. He gets tripped up. That was a great route. I mean, it was just a corner route towards the sideline, and he just found the space between our DB and our safety.
Yeah,
that Rittenhouse put a nice little bit of touch on it.
The receiver just got that leverage on the inside, just got in between them, and that was good job by the receiver.
That's that deep ball we've been worried about talking about the whole time. That's what we want to stop.
Yeah, we knew they were going to come out throwing. And once again, 4 wide receivers. Warriors still with the cover 2. Rittenhouse to throw again, rolling to his left. Is going to tuck it and slip out of bounds. Yeah, talking with the defensive coaches, we want to try to contain him. Most of his damage tonight, I believe, has been done in the pocket. So, I mean, that just shows how good of a quarterback he is. He can hurt you from between the tackles. He can hurt you when he's moving his feet, can throw across his body. It's a tough task for the Warrior defense.
Yeah, it's reminded me a little bit of some Patrick Mahomes plays, running out, throwing it, getting dimes. That's awesome for him. Not awesome for Wheaton Academy, but really, really good player. Devastating for us, but let's hope we can stop him here.
Interesting play there. Looked like we might have even been bringing a corner blitz. Joe Bracey off the left side, and he read it immediately and just immediately snapped and found his open man. I'd love to see this. I mean, that was like a 3-step drop before he threw it back across the field. Chris Carsons couldn't get there.
Yeah, that was an interesting throw by Tommy Rittenhouse. I would have thought that he would have tried to lead his receiver to the end zone because that receiver Tommy Rittenhouse looked like he threw like a back shoulder throw there. I thought he would have at least thrown it towards the end zone because Chris Carson was not there by the time that receiver caught the ball. So I was a little bit surprised by that throw, but hey, they're almost there, almost going to score. So hopefully we can get a stop here.
Yep, run up the middle. brought down immediately. They're definitely not doing much on the run game. Shout out again to our defensive line. The main 4 starters being Zach Smith, Josh Friedland, Peter Johannick, and Jared Samuelson. Excuse me, Josh Brunner, Josh Friedland, Peter Johannick, and Jared Samuelson.
It's also good to see out here in front of this press box. It's also good to see some of these, also some Francis students out here. A little bit surprised that some of the Francis students showed up because I haven't feel like we've seen a lot of students show up to a lot of games, at least last week against Bishop Mack. But that's good that some of these Francis students came out and support their team as well.
Yeah, that's what's cool about the being so close. Only about 10 minutes up the road. Cool that they can come out and support.
Yeah, so make sure you follow us on Instagram at TheRealWaTV. We post daily there, highlights from games, stuff on WaTV, all over the stuff, news. So if you follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at TheRealWaTV, you'll be able to keep up to date there. So make sure you follow.
So Garrison, what do you think the coaches are saying over there during this timeout? Spartans knocking on the door once again.
I mean, I think they're probably saying right now, it looks like that Swider, one of the Swiders, was talking to him, and probably he was talking to him about being, hey, you guys need to get a stop here and hold them off from scoring again, because if they score again, they're going to just continue to build this lead. So hopefully, I'm guessing that's what Swider was telling them, was just like get a stand and stop them here so you guys can get the ball back, or at least hold them to 3 points, not 7.
That'd be a win. Let's see what we got here. Another slant right off the hands. Should have been a touchdown, but a fortunate break there. You can see in the replay, pass hits him right in the numbers. Thought we might have been able to scoop it up before it hit the ground, but weren't able to.
Yeah, I mean, that receiver just beat our guys. I mean, he had it, but I mean, we were just lucky that we got that he didn't catch that ball. But he beat our guys to the spot. So we were very lucky to get that break right there.
3rd and 1. Francis in the same formation as last time. Rittenhouse actually rushes to the line to take the QB sneak, and I think dove across the line for a score. So St. Francis pushes the lead out to 27-0, pending extra point. Kind of caught us napping there. Rittenhouse has been in the shotgun all game. Kind of ran up under center. You can see hustles up to the line, snaps before we're even set, and crosses the plane. I didn't realize they were knocking the door that close. They only had about 1 yard to go, so that's always a tough spot to put the defense.
Definitely a hard spot, and obviously we wish we could have stopped them there, but still tons and tons of time for us to have some great drives and keep the pressure on and keep going.
Hopefully we can get something going here on this offense on this next drive. We got to get something here because, we just need to get something. At least get our hope going for Wheaton Academy, and as a team for them, they got to get something here. And if they can get the offense rolling, even if they don't get a score here, and they can at least get the ball moving down the field, that'll definitely help the team get some energy, get a little momentum to hopefully swing back into this game. Like we said, they've got lots of time left to get back into this, but they got to start getting that energy and momentum going for them. They want to try to get back into this.
No doubt about it. I know that this coaching staff watched a lot of film before the Bishop Mack game. I heard from both players and coaches that they felt very confident on where to put their players, how to get them in the right position for success. But for week 1, you can have about a month worth of prep. For week 2, you only got a 6-day turnaround, and so they weren't able to spend as much time in the film room, but that didn't stop them from doing as much as they could. So I know that they know the places they need to go and what they need to do to put their guys in good position. It's just a matter of execution and trying to steal a little bit of momentum any way we can.
Yeah, so last game, Liam White had 1 reception for 26 yards, and it was a touchdown. And he's great on offense, but he's even better on defense. And as Joseph Bracey ran out of bounds there on the kickoff return.
Yeah, Joe Bracey, a junior, dynamic, very athletic kid, got a lot of speed, good hands. Helped me coach girls powder puff at homecoming 2 years ago. Big upset when the freshmen upset the juniors. That's one of the Wheaton Academy homecoming big traditions. Have a blast with that. Good to see Joe contributing out there this season.
Yeah, powder puffs is one of the best moments of homecoming. It's so fun to watch that and watch the guys be cheerleaders. I don't know if they do that here, but yeah, watch the guys be cheerleaders and the girls play. That's always a fun thing to watch.
Yeah, the guys help coach for sure. That was Trevor Donna up the middle. Trevor Donna had 3 rushing touchdowns in week 1. Just great with the ball, elusive, very strong kid. Going to play football in college, mostly going to be on the defensive side of the ball, a linebacker, but he's really been able to help us at running back this year so far.
Yeah. Last game he was really good at running back.
That was a great run right there, some more push.
Looks like they picked up that first down, which is great. That's a good sign for this offense right now.
Yeah, that was Chris Carson's, and that was just a great run. Yeah. They made contact with him early, probably 2 yards after the line of scrimmage, but he kept his legs churning. Got the first down for the Warriors. That's what I'm talking about, boys. The momentum is shifting. Chris Carson's great student, great kid, part of Project Lead. Good to see him getting that first down of the night.
Yeah.
They're giving it right back to him. He's got space.
Oh, wow. Big run there.
First chunk play of the day. That's another first down for the Warriors. I believe that's going to move the chains. Take a look. A nice job by the Warrior offensive line. It looks like our left guard kind of pulled, and it was almost like a cutback, a counter run there. Carson stepped right and countered back left into space and picked up a back-to-back first down. So this is what we were talking about. We needed a couple first downs with no more 3-and-outs. Let's see if we can build off of this, get the defense tired, and then maybe hit them with a big play.
Yeah, and I think you just got to stick with the run right now. I mean, it's working for us, and looks like we won't here.
Get rid of it. Yep, that's tough.
It was good that David Dorn got that out, though. Got it out there. Didn't get a penalty on that play. It was smart of him not to take that sack right there, so that's good.
Yeah, that's rough. Is not having much time to throw. There you see it. Looks like he's getting the play in from Coach Musso, Coach Brad Musso, part of our Bible department. David Dorn, junior quarterback, trots over to the sideline, gets the play call from Coach Tunn, who's actually above us, the offensive coordinator. Calls it down to Coach Musso, who then relays it to his quarterback. 2nd and 10. Dorn under center here. They're going to blow the play dead. I'm assuming if they're blowing the play dead, it's either going to be a delay of game or a false start. We'll see. No, encroachment. So we're going to get 5 yards. It's going to be instead of 2nd and 10, 2nd and 5. We'll take it.
Yeah, and it's good to see us here picking up some yards and get the momentum going good here. As we had a bit of trouble there in the beginning, but it's good to see it starting here in the first quarter rather than last game halfway through the third quarter.
For sure. I mean, we started our season with 2 of the best teams in the state in our division. And so we knew it was going to be a battle tonight. And no matter what, we are going to get better from this experience, and our guys are going to be able to compete, which is what they all love to do. Ooh, fake handoff. Dorn's going to keep it, and he's going to get right up to the first down marker. Let's see where they're going to spot it.
He got the first down, looked like, but maybe not.
Check this out. Fake handoff, drew the linebacker, and he ran right up the gut. And I think they called him down about a yard short.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, that fake handoff got me. I thought he had it, so.
Yeah, like Garrison said, David's been putting in a lot of work at some quarterback training camps, facilities, some 7-on-7, trying to perfect his craft. So, nice play from him there. All right, 3rd and 1, boys. I think at this point at midfield we're in 4-down territory, so we're going to go for it here. If we don't get it, we're going to go again. So I'm looking for a run up the middle here. Let's see if our offensive line can get some push.
It looked like somebody moved again, so let's see what this call is.
Trying to see what they called. Is there 12 men on the field maybe?
Ooh.
2, 4, 6. Oh, I think that was the delay of game signal. I think maybe we took a little time getting the play in, and that hurts because 3rd and 1 goes to 3rd and 6.
Yeah, hopefully they can still get a little bit of yards here and make it a manageable. If they don't get the first down, at least a manageable 4th down.
I agree. I don't know if we're going to punt or not.
Yeah.
So positive yardage here is what we need.
Yep.
I personally would go with the run again. I mean, obviously we've been running a lot, but it's been working so far for us. So
yeah, I'm going to take a look at Nico Zapata, who's closest to us on this sideline. He's in man coverage. We got an open receiver. Can he turn it upfield? Chris Karsten.
Nice job, Chris.
With the extra effort, it's going to be really close to see where they spotted this.
See what they give him. If even if it's 4th and 1, I feel like you should still probably go for it. If you're in this you're that short by 1, you might as well. I feel like you should go with it. And it is 4th and 1.
Yeah, we're going to go for it.
So it looks like they will go for it here. Hopefully we'll get the first down.
Chris Karsten, senior, black belt in karate, I believe, jiu-jitsu, one of the two. But I only say that to say that he's got great balance, and he showcased it there.
I mean, yeah, with Chris Karstens, I mean, he does everything. He can play the defensive side of the ball, and he can play the offensive side of the ball. And we've seen that on this drive a lot with his running and a lot of the catching. A lot of the plays, it looks like it's gone to him, but they got that stop right there. St. Francis got that stop right there. So,
yeah, that one hurts. You can see looked like their right defensive end just beat us into the gap and was able to stuff that. So, hey, Warriors offense showing some life. Got the ball around midfield. Got our first downs of the game. Still 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's see if our defense now, after having a little bit of time to rest, can come out here and make some plays, even though we do have quite a few who play both ways.
And that's got to be a tough thing for them, playing both ways. Getting tired and is a big factor here. So, wow, that was some good moves there by number 11, Elijah Lee. It looks like.
Yep.
There's a little line through his name, so I can't read it too well, but.
Yeah, that Elijah Lee reminds a little bit of Javante Rucker, a senior from last year. It looks like he's very much so. Looks like not
Jason
Javante, Jason Rucker.
Yep.
Sorry, Jason Rucker. Looks very similar to how Jason normally plays the game. So looks like he looks like a speed receiver. So, but yeah, that play reminded me a little bit of how Jason used to play last year.
We got second and about 3. Let's take a look at this replay. We'll get you in just a second. There it is. So it's a run up the middle, and then a gang tackle by the Warriors. I think that was Chris Karstens who got him up top, and then I couldn't see who had him wrapped up around the waist.
And it looked like they got some type of flag or something because the ball just moved back. They were up there a little bit, so something must have happened. It must have been on the St. Francis side.
Yeah, that's a 10-yard penalty. I think that might have been another unsportsmanlike, which would be their 3rd.
That or was holding, one of the two. It was one of those penalties. I don't know which one it was, but it was one of them.
Well, let's see. This is Rittenhouse zone here. He's in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Warriors bringing the blitz. We got numbers, and he just throws it at the feet of the running back. Nice job. That's the first time we really made Tommy look uncomfortable. Take a look at this replay. Come right up the middle. It almost looks like they let him go. They were setting up a screen pass of their own, but big Josh Friedland got his big mittens up in the air and got in the way of Rittenhouse's vision.
Yeah, and last week Josh Friedland, he had a great blocked pass there, swatting it back for a reception by Bishop Mack's quarterback, and then ended in a sack. So
it was an awesome play.
It was an awesome play.
Yeah, hopefully the defense will continue to get that pressure on Tommy. If they can start doing that and start getting him a little bit uncomfortable in the pocket right there, that will definitely help them get some of that momentum as well and some of that energy back to on their side of the ball. So
no doubt about it. Another good play by Waz. That was not ideal. That was
not the right move, and that was another shove at the end by St. Francis player. That was not a really good response by him either, but it was not a good response by Friedland though. That was not a good response.
Yeah, that's an example. He knows that as he trots off, is going to get subbed out. That his emotions got the best of him there. He did his job, and honestly, you never know if Rittenhouse is going to go down or not. But that was it was definitely too far after the whistle. So big mistake there for the Warriors.
Looks like there's going to be a couple penalties on this play.
Yeah.
At least one. Probably a second unsportsmanlike for the shove there by the St. Francis player. So,
yeah, there you see Tommy Rittenhouse not excited about that play. I was talking with some of the coaches about last week, and one thing that they were very pleased with is that we only had 2 penalties last week for 5 yards, which is awesome. Shows that we played some very disciplined football. Tonight, obviously, we've already had a few more, and this one right here is going to be a big one, definitely going to be a first down. So
definitely, yeah.
We got to keep our composure. We got to keep playing disciplined, smart football. But mental mistakes often happen. It's how you respond to them, especially at the high school level. Yeah. That matters a lot. They're going to coach him up on the sideline, and we'll see how he responds.
Yeah, our guys just can't. Yeah, again, back to the emotions. They just can't let their emotions get the best of them, especially in this type of game, as we know it's a crosstown rival game and gets probably somewhat heated between the players on the field. So hopefully our guys can block some of the talk probably from St. Francis players or from either side. So yeah, just again back to not letting our guys get their emotions the best of them, because if they do, this game's going to get real out of hand on penalties. So they can't let their emotions get out of control, because that's gonna be a downfall for all of them, and that's not gonna be good at all. So
yeah, it looks like they just called unsportsmanlike Wheaton Academy, unsportsmanlike St. Francis. Those penalties are going to offset, which that's one of the unfortunate things sometimes about sports is not only does the first guy who gets penalized gets caught, but then the guy who responds gets caught as well. So Warriors fortunate that penalty was offset. So we'll see again what the down and distance is. I believe it's going to be 3rd and long. We'll check in with the line judge shortly.
Yeah, and a big thing we were talking about, getting in your heads earlier, that's a huge thing in high school, because you're young. Like every sport, you get in your head way easier than the pros and the college players do, and they're much more trained and they can shake off that stuff. But one big hit or one big play can get in your head in high school and mess with you for the rest of the game. And so you just got to learn to shake those off and get good at shaking them off.
Totally agree. They're going to let the clock run out there on the first quarter and take a little time to cool off as we shift into the second 12 minutes of the night. Feel like a lot happened there in the first 12 minutes, fellas. And even though it didn't go our way, I am having a blast calling the game with you guys. It is a beautiful night out here. There's the Maroon Platoon. They haven't had a lot of things to cheer about tonight, but they're not leaving, I can guarantee you that. A lot of our seniors bonded last weekend on senior trip down in Orlando, and I can see a bunch of their faces right there. So glad to be out here tonight. And as we learned last week, don't count out the Warriors.
It looks like Friedland will not be coming back to the game, as I'm watching him walk off the field right now with Coach Byrne, and that is not a good sign. When a player like Friedland, who's such a big player on the defensive and on the offensive side of the ball too, is leaving the game. So that's going to be a big hit for the Warriors. Hopefully they will continue to play well, even though they will be missing Friedland after that hit on the Francis quarterback. So
yeah, we'll get an update on that at halftime for those who are watching at home, but it does look like Josh Friedland walking out with the athletic director. Not sure if he was ejected for that late hit or if he's just taking a walk with the AD. So back in the action, quick turnaround. St. Francis knocking on the door. Rittenhouse in the gun once again. He's going deep. He's got a man. We read it. And it was a great play by the freshman Liam White. I believe that was Liam, number 8.
Yes, that was Liam. That was a good play by him.
Take a look at this replay. He read it all the way, but that was one where the wide receiver actually played defender and made sure that Liam couldn't intercept it.
Yeah, and that would have been a big play for Liam. getting his 3rd interception this season. Would have been his 3rd interception this season. And sadly it's not, but I'm sure he'll get fired up as this game goes, and he'll keep getting some good plays and hopefully more interceptions and have another great game.
No doubt about it. It's going to be 4th and 10, and it looks like
they are going to go for it again.
Is going to go for it, yep.
Hopefully our guys will get a stop here and not let them get another first down and continue to drive down the field. We can get a turnover on downs and switch the ball over, get the momentum going with that offense.
Yeah, and this is not 4th and 10 for most teams. You would punt here. But when you have a good quarterback like Tommy Rittenhouse, you go for it, and that's a big thing Tommy Rittenhouse can get.
Yeah, it looked like Rittenhouse was a little confused on that play call, and they had to take that timeout so they wouldn't mess it up. And it looked like the players were really confused on what they were trying to run. So.
Yeah, it looked like they didn't have the right personnel on. I saw number 11 trickle in late, and they called the delay of game. So they're going to punt it away now. So the Warriors defense gets their first stop of the game. We'll see here who's back to field it. Is that number 8? Is that Liam?
It's Liam. Yeah, it's Liam. That's Liam. Yep.
Yeah, Liam White, big, really good at these returns, as I've said the whole night.
Tough spot to be as a freshman, standing there all by yourself, nobody within 20 yards. That just shows
see if they even let him return it.
The kind of trust that they have in this kid. And we are going to be downed inside right at the 5-yard line. So 95 yards to go for the Warriors here.
Yeah, and that's hard to see. Never want to see something like that. Looks like White thought it was going to go into the end zone there, but looks like he couldn't, or it wouldn't, as the punter got some good backspin on it and stopped it right at the 5-yard line, which is some great placement by their punter there.
Yeah, I know a lot of times when you're receiving punts inside your own 10-yard line, you're taught to stand around the 10. If the ball's over your head, you don't try to catch it, and you just hope that it rolls into the end zone. But that one bounced the Spartans' way, and they pinned us deep, which is what they wanted. So we'll see what we pull out here.
Yeah, hopefully we can just get a little bit of breathing room here so the offense can be a little bit more comfortable because their backs are kind of up against the end zone right now. So hopefully we can get a little bit of some breathing room here on this play.
LaPlante in motion, ball's fumbled, and it's going to be a touchdown Spartans or a safety, one of the two. Looks like Dorn might have jumped on it, but.
Yeah, it looks like a safety probably with David even jumped back onto it. It looks like David jumped back onto it. So, yeah, it looks like a safety by the Francis players celebrating. So, the Warriors will get the ball back again.
Let's take a look at this replay. Just looked up a little too quick. Snap was a little low, but took his eyes up, tried to look downfield, and ball hit the turf.
Yeah, and as my dad will always tell me, you always have to have the ball in your hands, then look for the pass, or you can't look too soon. You got to make sure you have that ball in your hands.
100%. Got to secure it, especially when your heels are on the end zone.
Yeah, so make sure you join us for some more of our games. Away game, Westmont, April 3rd. Home game, last home game of the season, IC Catholic, April 9th. Away, Riverside Brookfield, April 16th. And away, Elmwood Park, April 23rd. So make sure you join us for that IC Catholic game and support our team there. And as we finish out our home games at least, then finish out our season away.
The only good news about a safety is that you get to shake it off quick. There's no time to sit over on the sideline and dwell about it because offense is coming right back on the field. Actually, my mistake. You got to punt the ball away.
Yeah, so I think in high school they let you kick it off if you want to instead of punting, which is probably a good thing for high school, is you can't punt nearly as far as you can do kickoff.
Right.
So that's a good thing for them.
Kicking off from the 20. Francis's 2 deep guys are standing around the 30-yard line. Ball's going to land around the 35. I believe his knee was down. Yeah, referee blowing him dead. So not a bad switch of field position there. Francis still going to have the ball around the 35. And we need to stop, fellas. Let's see. See this replay. Boom, knee definitely down.
Yep.
Shout out to the camera crew getting some excellent shots all night long.
Yep.
If the referees needed to go to the booth and take a look, they would have had enough evidence there. So what do you think, fellas? What's been working for us on D? Last possession was the first time where we showed we seemed to get Rittenhouse out of his comfort zone a little bit. I think we need to try to just limit the deep ball, force him to throw underneath, and maybe try to get him to make a mistake because they're coming out running and gunning once again. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers.
Yeah, and we got to have some defensive backs deep. At least one, as he loves going for that deep ball just to be able to protect that deep ball and not let him connect on that. As we watch that ball just a little outside of 18. It's grip.
Dash Dorsey.
Dash Dorsey, yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to throw a little bubble screen there. We actually run that same play. You just try to get it to one of your playmakers as quick as you can out in space. But it looked like there was a little bit of a chemistry issue. Receiver wanted to cut it inside towards the middle, and Rittenhouse was throwing it to his backside shoulder. So fortunate break for the Warriors, 2nd and 10. Pitch left, got some space. Nice tackle there by number 55 for the Warriors,
bring us to
Jared Samuelson.
Probably looks like a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 maybe. Probably. So hopefully we can get a stop here on defense, get a little bit of a stop. So,
yeah, Jared Samuelson committed to play football at Indiana Wesleyan University. Spoke to him in the hallway today. He had a great showing in week 1 and picking up right where he left off.
Yeah, it's great for him that he's continuing to play football at a good school.
Another bubble screen out in space. That's going to pick up the first. Throwing it to number 21, Tobe. Actually, I don't have 21 on my sheet here, so not sure who that is. We have about as good a linebacking core as you can have with our 3 seniors. And there you see with our graphic, we're spotlighting our defensive end, Zach Smith. Who was that? Zach Smith making a play right there.
I think so. Let's look at the replay again, but that was a great defense. They got Tommy Rittenhouse into a tough situation right there. Who's that, number 50?
That was Jared Samuelson and Joe Hannick coming from the right.
That was Joe Hannick that got Tommy on the ground there at the end, who took him down for the sack. So
Zach Smith keeping contained on the left. That was a nice play by the D-line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one fun fact, both coaches for St. Francis and Wheaton Academy both have a son that plays D-line. So it's a cool little connection there.
It is. Johannick and McMillan. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to line up with Coach Johannick in the trenches in a 3-point stance. I think he would probably blast me over the field house.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, fellas, 3rd and long. Big stop here for the Warriors to get the ball back. You know Rittenhouse is going for the first down, going to look to throw it deep. Steps up into the pocket. About to let it fly. He's got a man. And it's an interception, Warriors.
Let's
Liam
go.
White.
Nice job, Liam. Let's go, Liam.
Really great job.
Nice job.
That is what we want to see. And it looks like that's his first interception tonight, and it's really awesome. Super great for Liam White to be able to get, as we watch the replay,
nice
be able to catch that ball. And
yeah, good positioning on that, and hopefully that will turn the momentum over to the offense and get them moving downfield. And hopefully the offense can capitalize on this drive of score or get some points on the board somehow. It's a touchdown or a field goal or something.
Definitely
hopefully get something here.
That was all about positioning. He was in the right spot, and he didn't get his hips too tangled up or his feet too tangled. He did a great job there.
And for the St. Francis, you almost wish he had gone down there. Oh, great reception there.
Ooh,
some missteps. Like, Joseph Bracey, I believe.
Yeah, Joseph, yep.
Joe Bracey, really great job.
Look at this replay. I mean, the degree of difficulty on that. Dorn rolling to his right, white and blue jerseys in his face.
Yeah.
Had to put a nice little touch lead pass, and Joe doing a great
job
getting his hands out there.
Joe, it didn't like Joe was supposed to get that pass, or I don't know, but it was great that Joe had the awareness to slip out and get a little bit so that they wouldn't have to take that sack there. So at least I got some yards out of it. So that was nice awareness by Joe on getting up the field a little bit for that pass.
Handoff up the middle, a little delay. Trevor Donna, a nice spin move. Inches us closer to the first. Going to be 3rd and short. Take a look at this replay. Trevor having a little fun with a little spin move. Skirt. He got smacked on the spin, but a nice way to avoid the first tackler.
That's a big change of events for the Warriors here, as we've been able to get a little momentum going.
A little, you're right. We need to get rid of that goose egg.
Yeah, and really good job by Liam White there getting the interception to get us a little momentum, and it looks like a first down here.
QB sneak. It's hard to guard. We needed 1 or 2. Dorn did a nice job finding the A gap there and pushing it ahead for the first. Still waiting on the big play on offense. We've had a few steady gains. Nothing really over the middle of the field. Curious to see if we maybe lull them to sleep here as the clock ticks under 8 minutes and maybe try to take a chance downfield. Nico Zepeda on our sideline. Tough play there. Take a look at this replay. David Dorn had a man over the middle, but watch the defensive lineman's hand come up and swat it down right there. Number 8 for them, John Moore, the senior, put both hands up and swatted that down. But otherwise, I think we might have had a quick slant action of our own that was open across the middle.
Yeah, that was a great swat there by St. Francis defense. So let's see what we can come up with here on 2nd and 10.
St. Francis bringing pressure. Dorn goes outside, finds number 8, finds Joe.
That was Liam White.
Liam
White, yeah. That was a good move by Liam, though.
Short gain.
I think that makes it a little bit short, a couple yards. Probably like 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 looks like. Okay, 3rd and 3. Hopefully the Warriors can pick up this first down here and continue the drive here.
Yeah, these last 2 possessions, we've looked much more comfortable. In the beginning, you could tell we were a little nervous. We weren't executing. Now we're starting to look like a team that is responding. Want to take a look at this replay. Trevor Donna got stuffed up the middle. Couldn't tell if it was a called run or if it was an option, and maybe David should have made a different choice because his eyes were up the field.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of an option because of how the way David handed it off to him, but who knows? It might have been an option, might not have been, but yeah.
Warriors will punt it away. Number 11, Elijah Lee, 5'8", 165, back to field it. Made some shifty moves earlier on a wide receiver screen. Nice punt. Spins outside, and he's getting into space. It was a big block on the weak side of the field. That was number 25, Fabian Alvarez, who got hit. I want to see if this replay shows it right here around the middle. Boom, blindside block. That honestly should have been a penalty. I don't know if you caught that in the top right of your screen, but Fabian just kind of shrugged that off. Tough kid.
Yeah, I mean, a big factor for these guys getting stronger and much tougher is they've had all of fall and winter to be in the weight room and get buff and do good, and that's a big factor. Because obviously they can still work out, but they had nothing else to do.
Yep.
As in other years, they might have other sports and other stuff where they can't work out as much, but this year that's pretty much all they've been doing the whole year.
No doubt about it. Shout out to our strength and performance director, Jeff Weisenborn. Another one of our strength and performance coaches, Elliot Thompson. I know Coach Swider is also a weight room instructor, but we have a really good group of guys who have really been helping our guys to get into excellent shape these past few seasons. Another big run by number 21. That's the first time he's found space. Made a nice cutback and then lowered his head right here. Absorbed the contact and kept on churning.
Yep, it looked like that was the biggest run for them tonight. So that's a good sign for them, not for us, but a good sign for them, at least for on their offensive side.
Again with the spread offense for St. Francis, 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Rittenhouse throws it quick, nobody on number 6, and he takes off up and over Nico Zepeda for another big game.
He was fast.
He was. Look at his burst right here.
Yeah, you can watch in the replay. The speed. Tries to go for a little hurdle there. Got tripped up, though.
Yeah, good tackle in open field by Nico. That was one. That's just a veteran quarterback presence there where he's reading the line of scrimmage, knows where all of his guys are at, and then just found the open man. Rittenhouse throws to the outside, and Warriors gang tackle there on the left for a short gain. So St. Francis knocking on the door again. Empty backfield. This is prime Rittenhouse scrambling. When you can see both of the pylons, it's dangerous. He's almost Doug Flutie-esque with the way that he gets to the edge. And it's a design quarterback run.
Nice.
It looks like
Pressure by Andrew LaPlante.
There it is. He runs it in.
Wow. And that is what you have to. Yeah. I mean, that's why he's signed with. Well, I guess he's not signed, but committed to the Illinois State Redbirds. Really good. They're lucky to have him as he is a great player.
Yep, definitely has that dual threat capability. Can throw, can move, as you saw there. And I just had a bad feeling that he was calling his own number. And in talking to the coaches, I knew for us to win tonight, we were going to have to win the turnover battle. Because I don't know if you guys realize this, but last week, do you know how many turnovers we had?
We had
that we forced, excuse me.
6?
Keep going.
7?
Keep
8?
going.
9? 10? 9?
Okay. We forced 9 turnovers last week. In talking to the coaches, they've never seen that before. And it is hard to win a game when you turn it over 9 times. But tonight, I believe we have two turnovers tonight, and they have 0.
They have 0, so we got to – at second half, hopefully we can make the adjustments to start maybe forcing them to get some of those turnovers, hopefully, like we had last week. Get the defense going.
I mean, I want to give credit to some of our players who had some great turnovers. Joseph Bracey had 3 interceptions. And also, please make sure you subscribe again to our YouTube channel, Wheaton Academy. As you're watching on it right now, you can stay up to date. We post everything on there as we see our fans here on the live stream and on the Jumbotron over there. So, again, please subscribe to YouTube, what you're watching on right now.
All right, 4 minutes to go. Would be huge for our offense to get a score here.
Hopefully we can get our defenses can get a stop here. Good stop here. Or not stop, sorry. Offense will get a score. Hopefully get a score here, yeah.
I'm hoping so, and that kick's not great, so we might start with good position. I hope it didn't go out of bounds. I think he was hoping, and that was the right play, because if that went out of bounds, we would have been able to advance it. But we are not pinned up against our own end zone. We'll start at the 26, 27, and have some actual space to work and 4 minutes to do it.
Yeah, I mean, 4 minutes, plenty of time. Run some 4-minute offense here and get down the field, and hopefully we can get some momentum going here as we prepare to go into the second half of this game. And I know obviously 37-0, big numbers, but I mean last week it was 23-0 and we had 49 unanswered points. So
anything can happen here.
Anything can happen, that is for sure. So let's hope we can see some big numbers come up on this board later for the Warriors as we continue.
Run up the middle for a short gain. I believe that was Fabian Alvarez. Some nice push there on the left side of the line from Peter Johannick. Runs in the family. Derek Johannick was our center and captain for about 3 years. He graduated 2 years ago and is now playing football at Wheaton. And his brother having an excellent season on the offensive line. Wheaton Academy called a timeout. I see Coach Musso going to meet the offense, maybe have a quick conversation with his quarterback. Coach Johannick there talking to the offensive line. Let me do shout out the other coaches here. We've got Brad Musso, who I believe is he works with the offense and works with the wide receivers. We got Eric Bowling, who works with the running backs. Justin Swider works with the defense. Brad Thornton, who also works with the defense. Steve Tunn, offensive coordinator. Kermit Ellison helps with special teams, and as well as with the JV program. And it's been a really great staff. These guys have had some consistency, some continuity. They've been with the program now, some of them for going on 6, 7, 8 years. And they have had a great trajectory for Warrior football ever since they kind of have been putting their fingerprints on the program.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's great to see Coach Johannick out here too. Like his first year, last week he did really well coaching his team. I know he used to be the JV head coach, and he brought them to 7-2. So obviously shortened season here, but we'll hope to see some of the same results with our varsity team here, as he's now the head coach for varsity.
No doubt about it. You'll take some wins, you'll take some losses. Right now we're taking a lick here in the first half, but we're going to bounce back. Let's see what we got. Delayed handoff up the middle. He's hit and drop pretty quickly.
Wouldn't be surprised if the offense for the Warriors goes with a passing play here, because they got to move it to at least get some yards, to at least closer to maybe have to go for a fourth down, maybe, or not. But they got to get I'm guessing they're going to go with a passing play, since they've gone running plays for the past couple of previous plays. So wouldn't be surprised if they go with a pass, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see, Garrison. As the clock just ticks under 3 minutes at this point, honestly, I think we might be safe if we can get even 1 or 2 first downs and go into halftime. Dorn having to run for his life again and just kind of has to throw it at the feet. It's been tough. Been a lot of pressure right up the gut, which has forced Dorn to run to his right, and it's hard to throw on the move.
Oh, yeah, totally. That offensive line is just having a rough time versus that defensive line. They got to start getting better protection on David if they're going to try to get back into this one. They got to get better protection right now. Because right now he's been just – I feel like most of the plays of passing he's been chased after by 3 or 4 white jerseys. So the offensive line's got to hopefully make some adjustments in halftime and get so the protection is better for after halftime for David.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, no.
Wow.
What a play.
That might have been a first down.
I think it was close.
It is.
Hey!
And the Maroon
Let's
platoon,
go.
the Maroon platoon got something to cheer about.
Great job by Shane. I think it was Shane Baumgarten who's supposed to punt
Shane
that. That was a good
Baumgarten.
job. Good job by Shane to improvise on that, on the bad snap and getting that first down.
Yeah, obviously, like you said, not a good snap, but he was able to come away with something and run, and I don't think that was planned at all, so I'm sure they were trying to punt it there, but they were able to capitalize on a bad punt, a bad snap, I should say, and get a first down here.
David's got a man.
Wow. And
finds LaPlante, senior wide receiver, out in the flat, and looks like it might be another first down. Yeah, that was definitely not planned. Shane did an amazing job of just trying to swat the ball down and had some space. There you go, David. Nice throw on the move. Found his man in the flat.
Yeah, that's another thing for David. I think also with being down so far, you want to get some points for the half, but it's okay to take some of those short throws, some of those short passes, and not risk it going downfield all the time. I know they probably wants to get points right now, but it's okay to take some of those short passes and get some of those yards. It's not every play has to be a big chunk play.
I agree. Handoff Donna going left side, picks up the first. Brought down around midfield. First down Warriors. Chains are moving.
Yeah, and Donna's another big player for us. He had 3 touchdowns last week, which is crazy. I mean, awesome to see him get 3 touchdowns. Obviously, it was just a little short punch in, but really good at either way. I mean, those goal line offense is hard to run, and the defense most of the time can stop you up there, and he was able to punch through, which is really, really good.
No doubt about it. Trevor's been a monster for us on defense, and this year really contributing on offense. Dorn steps up in the pocket, goes down. Clock continues to tick. Take a look. His eyes were downfield. Does a nice job looking right, looking left. Tried to step up, but the pocket just collapsed.
Yeah, and like we've said earlier tonight, I mean, it's just so hard to do with TJ McMillan, number 54 on the defensive side, who, if you weren't here earlier, has 6 D1 college offers already. He's only a sophomore, so
yeah, he's causing problems. He's right here on the left side of the line. You can see Dorn steps up. Ooh, looked through deep, has a man, and it's caught.
Wow.
Warriors are going to rush up to the line and probably try to spike it.
Nice catch by Seamus Faulkner, I believe, on that one.
Seamus Faulkner with the catch. Seamus is committed to play college lacrosse, but he looked like a wide receiver there. Dorn, nice job stepping up in the pocket, throwing deep across the middle. Seamus making a nice catch, and the Warriors in the red zone for the first time tonight.
And last game there was another play just like that got us on this scoring spree of the 49 unanswered points if you weren't here earlier.
Ooh,
I do remember that. I do remember that. It was a kind of a nice big chunk play.
It's like a timeout, probably, I'm guessing, by Wheaton Academy on that, mostly because Seamus got tackled on inbounds. So.
Yeah, back-to-back catches by Seamus Faulkner. Nice job.
Yeah.
So with 27 seconds here, let's talk a little clocking situation. Ball's around the 15, and it's 2nd and 6. I believe Wheaton Academy has 2 timeouts left, so we can still throw the ball in the middle of the field.
It looks like they have 1 timeout left from what I think it is. So I think you could, right now, situation with the clock, I think you could, if you can get a play towards you could do a pass to the middle, or you could go out to the sidelines and try to get out of bounds and get some yards up there a little bit. I wouldn't try to shoot towards the end zone, mostly just because you don't want to turn over the ball over again, and hopefully they can get some points at least. If you can get a touchdown, great, but if not, still try to get some points out of it and be careful with the ball still.
Definitely, and I mean, maybe another slant by us here and see if that can get us a touchdown. That'd be awesome, and great to see them getting a huge chunk play here, so we'll see what they can come up with 27 seconds left.
We're coming out throwing. Dorn rolling right. He's going to get rid of it and just throw it towards the end zone, and does a nice job of putting it where nobody can get it. 3rd and 6, 21 seconds. Probably got a chance for 2 more plays unless we get a first. Call a quick timeout. I think we're going to take shots for the end zone here. I don't think we're going to settle for a field goal. I think it's touchdown or bust on this possession.
Yeah.
I completely agree, and I think that's what you have to do, touchdown or bust. I mean, you got to get the drive going, get a 6 points, hopefully 7, and cut the lead down to 30 coming out of half. I mean, it's what we need to do here and get the momentum going, and hopefully Coach Johannick can give another great speech that got them excited and ready for so it looks like there will be a false start there, but get them ready.
Let's see the replay here. I thought it looked like Francis's play right here jumped over a little bit. Oh, yeah. I think it was on Francis, but I might be wrong. It might be on the offense, but it looked like Francis jumped in a little bit there.
Those are close calls because often the defensive line can flinch and shift as long as they don't cross the line. And so I think we just got a little antsy there. Jared Samuelson on the right tackle position.
Yeah, so it will be a false start, bringing it to a 3rd and 11, which is not what we want to see, but there's still 21 seconds, and we just got to take those deep shots and see if we can get another nice play.
Empty backfield. Ball goes across the middle, caught by Trevor Donna. Clock's ticking.
Call
10,
timeout.
9, timeout Warriors. So with 9 seconds and it's 4th and 10.
Kick it here, but I don't know. Maybe they will go for it.
Down 37-0. I think we're going to probably go for it.
Probably, yeah.
I don't think three does much here. It does get rid of the 0 on the scoreboard, and we feel a little better. But honestly, Garrison, this is the closest we've been to the end zone.
That's true.
So I think we got to try that. We got
take
to
a shot at it and see if we can get it. If we don't get it, he's going to halftime without points on the board.
Yep.
Completely agree, and I mean, there's only 9 seconds left, so they can.
This is our last play.
Yeah, last play.
This is our last play. No timeouts left. This is it.
I mean, hopefully they get it here. If they don't, there's almost, maybe going to be like 3 seconds on the board. So not much for them for the St. Francis to work with if they do get the stop here, which we pray and hope that they do not.
Yep, you saw that graphic there. Trevor Donna, he's got a catch tonight. Had 13 carries for about 70 yards in week 1. Tied for the lead with tackles with 4. Our 3 linebackers, Trevor, Chris, and Andrew, each had 4 tackles. He's done a lot tonight. Let's see if his number gets called here. Let's take a quick look. We got Seamus wide right, Nico wide left, Joe on the right, Trevor, and Liam on the left side. Throws over the middle, caught, but he's going to be taken down and time will expire.
Probably, or Francis will have to run one play to run out the clock, looks like.
Yeah, I believe the clock stops on a turnover on downs.
Also, there's a penalty right now, so.
Roughing the passer.
Hey.
Well, that's a break for us that we needed.
Yeah.
So
we're going to get one more chance, fellas.
That's a 15-yard penalty usually, but it might be, not sure if it's half the distance to the goal right now.
Probably half the distance to the goal.
Which gives us 3 seconds on the clock to run one last play, and that will bring it to the end of the
Yeah, they're putting the ball on the 4. So fortunate for us there. We get one more shot, a little bit closer. Seamus right, LaPlante and Donna left, and Nico wide left. Oh, we spiked it. Okay, nice. So it was first down because of the penalty. We, I think, felt like we needed to gather our wits a little bit, have a discussion. So with a few downs to kill, we did a quick spike. So 1 second. This will be our last play. We'll see what Coach Tunn draws up. He's standing right above us. He's got the same angle that we got, fellas. So we'll see if he can find a little gap in this St. Francis defense that's been hard to get anything by so far.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, it was a great choice by our Warriors here to spike the ball so we can have a little extra time to think over the play as we're on the 5-yard line getting ready for the last play of this half.
I can't tell. Let's see if they give the signal. Touchdown, Warriors.
Touchdown. Let's go.
That's what we want to see.
That's what we need.
Hey.
Great to see the score.
You know what that play call was. The quick slant, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Trevor,
oh, yeah.
I believe it was Trevor Donna who came across the middle. We'll see if we can get a replay here, but we'll wait a second because the referees are meeting up. We'll see what their discussion is about. I did see the line judge signal hands up in the air.
Let's see what this replay has for us.
Obviously, in high school, you can't check the replay, but
yeah, that's a touchdown.
Hard. Yeah,
that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Trevor
definitely
Donna.
a touchdown. Looks like there might be a flag down on the field I see over there. So
I see it. We'll see if the touchdown's going to stand and this is just on the extra point, or if they're going to have to redo that down.
Looked like the points got taken on the board, so I don't know. Oh, it might be because they're going for a 2-point conversion right now. That's the reason why.
So the points did get taken off of the board. So
trying to figure out what happened there. A little confused. The referees huddled, and then they threw the yellow little piece of cloth. That one hurts. Dorn steps up. He's going to go down. So first excitement of the night on the Warrior offense end. The touchdown gets waved off. We will do some investigation at halftime on what that penalty was. For those of you who are watching at home, we missed the signal. Wheaton Academy hard-pressed to find some positives in this half. St. Francis up 37-0. We're going to take a short break here. Fellas, what about 15 seconds, 20 seconds apiece, what do you think are some adjustments that we need to make that they're going to talk about at halftime?
Defense definitely needs to guard players better, get some man coverage going, keep stepping up like Liam White did there at the end of the first half. And offense, definitely they need to work on getting open and being able to pass the ball and finding open players there.
Yeah, what about you, Garrison?
I think one of the big adjustment for them on the offensive side of the ball is get better protection for David.
Yeah.
Because he's just been rushed I feel like most of the pass plays we've seen tonight has been him being chased by 3 or 4 white jerseys on play action plays or on passing plays, and the offensive line is just getting blown up. So hopefully they can make that adjustment where they can get that protection, because once they make that adjustment, get that protection there for David, that will help them get back into this game and get a chance maybe into winning this. Hopefully we'll win this one as well. But that I feel like is the biggest adjustment that they have to make, is get that offensive line to protect you, and that is where the offense can start rolling and can start moving down the field.
No doubt about it. Well, we are going to take a short break here as we go into halftime. There you see the halftime score graphic provided to you by Providence Bank and Trust. Wheaton Academy finds himself with a big deficit, but hey, deja vu. Last week we were in the same situation, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you back for the start of the third. Maybe. This seems a different animal. Because Bishop Mack last week, they scored 3 times.
I saw Mr. Smith over there earlier. I think I see him running across. Oh, I believe. I think that's how same for yeah. No, I'm just really excited for another guys to get back into this. We can get another break. That would be last week. Let's go. Let's do the same brain thing. He was thinking about that. Even better. It's 37-0. If we do something with pretty high score, we're going to have. Yeah. There were a ton of people there earlier. Carol Reese. What? Carol Reese? Yeah. All the Francis kids are waiting right there. They get home and then we can start skating. Yeah, it was really scary because I walked through all of them to come back here, so I zipped up my jacket because I know it's like a private school, so it's not like that. Because I used to go to public school, and their rivalries are pretty. Our rivalry with Wheaton South is very vicious, and there have definitely been fights at games. Where'd you go? Wheaton North. Yeah. So it's a little scary there. I don't know how bad the rivalry is. The rivalry is too bad. It's a fight. Yeah. Would you want to go back?
Welcome back from halftime. There's about 44 seconds left here in the beginning. Mr. Smith and Garrison are still here with us.
Ready for a comeback.
Yeah. Hopefully we can have another week just like last week. Hopefully we can get a nice big upset here.
Yeah, I know they often say there's no such thing as a second half team, but maybe this week we'll see another second half game for us and see a great second half game, and that'd be awesome for us for sure. Really excited to see this second half, and I know last week, obviously we've been talking about it. You probably watched it. Great plays, and halfway through third quarter, and we've already been fired up a little earlier than we were last game. So let's hope that this momentum can keep us going along here in third and fourth quarter and keep us fired up.
Yeah, no doubt about it. If you're just joining us, I know the score looks ugly if you're a Warrior fan, but the last 5-6 minutes of the second quarter was some of our best football that we've played tonight. We started getting some first downs. We had a nice deep ball over the middle, and I know that the coaches were definitely rallying the troops in there at halftime, and I am excited to see how we respond. I made a quick jog down there to chat with the coaches about two things. One, if you're wondering, watching at home, why the touchdown was called back. The call was an illegal man downfield. We had two wide receivers lined up on the line of scrimmage, and the first one moved a little early and ended up being an illegal man downfield. And that was why the touchdown was called back. As the Warriors are going to down him around the 25. And then, just one update on player personnel. It is confirmed that Josh Friedland was ejected. It was his second personal foul. So it wasn't from just that hit, but it was his second penalty. And after two of those, that you have to head to the locker room. So
got it. Makes sense. He will be missed on this defense and offense, but hopefully they will continue to push through even with him missing. And hopefully in the halftime, Wheaton Academy hopefully made some of those adjustments that they needed to make. And hopefully some of those adjustments will hopefully help them get a win, and hopefully we'll make a rally here, but we'll see what happens here.
For sure. I mean, this is a high-stakes game. These guys, they're putting a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this, and so when things don't go your way, it can be hard to keep your composure. Francis starts with the ball, and they're looking to strike early. Pass is complete, but he's hit and dropped immediately.
Nice hit.
Trevor Donna over the middle with the tackle.
That was Liam White. Liam White was the one who got that tackle, number 1.
Number 8 tackle, excuse me.
Yep.
Interesting to see what kind of looks the defense throws. See if we mix it up. Right now we're in a cover 2, traditional 4-3. See if we try to blitz a little more. Maybe we drop more in coverage.
Ooh.
That was a really nice play by number 52, Peter Johannick. I want to see that. I don't know if we're going to get the replay here or not, but Peter hits him first, and then he escapes, and then Peter chases him down, does not give up on the play, and finishes. That's just a nice effort from your D-line, and nice camera work. Toss out wide to the back, who's in space, and he's shifty. Makes a couple miss. Nice stiff arm. Going to get the first down. But, hey, we can live with those. We can live with small gains. We just got to eliminate the big play. And the more plays that St. Francis runs, the more likely it is that we can force a turnover, maybe switch the field. I don't have 21's name on my roster, but he's made some excellent moves in open space today. He's a good player.
Yeah, I can't find
21 on here either, so I don't know.
But he
doing a good job,
has been a big player for them, making misdirection and doing good.
Yeah. Ball cross midfield. At this point, we're looking for a play. There you see the maroon platoon dressed in white. They're waiting for some action. They went and got their halftime coffee. Throw over the middle is caught. Receiver makes a double move, but is brought down by a few Warriors there. St. Francis continues to march up the field.
Let's look at the replay, see what happened here. Ooh, that was a good move. Good move by number 11, Elijah Lee.
Handoff up the middle to number 12 this time. Amari Head. Brennan, you doing some investigative journalism for us here?
I am. I'm looking to see if I can find number 21 for St. Francis.
That's what I'm talking about. We are journalists up in the booth. We are not amateurs. Come on, Warriors. Hunker down here.
Get a stop.
2nd and 10. Pitch left into space. He cuts it up the middle and is now trying to break it to the outside, but he's forced out of bounds.
That's good containment by Joseph. Nice job by him cutting off the edge, so number 21 couldn't get any more, more yards on that. But that was a good job by Joe to cut off that edge right there. Nice job.
I think it was just enough to get the first, unfortunately. So I'm looking, is it 1st and goal here? Looks like it's 1st and 10,
Yeah.
ball at the 11. So pretty much 1st and goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was looking at St. Francis's roster, and it looks like they don't have their numbers listed. So a dead end there, but yeah.
That was a big hit. Take a look at this replay. Threw a little pass out into the left flat. Was that Trevor Donna who kind of stood him up a little bit?
It was Chris Karstens and Joseph who wrapped him up right there. Let's see the replay here. Yep, that was good. Good job by Chris and Joseph closing out on that. Stopping that from a touchdown. 2 more stops, Warriors.
St. Francis marching it down. They scored in their first possession of each half against ICCP last week. They scored in their opening drive tonight against us, and now they're trying to knock on the door again to start the second. Rittenhouse rolling right under pressure, has a man dropped. Some gray jerseys. Some gray jerseys were in his area, but I still think we were fortunate there to come away with that stop. Ball was a little underthrown, but I think Rittenhouse tried to put it where only his guy could get it. You can see just off his hands.
So I did some more research. I think I might have found it.
What do you got for us?
Blake Lawson, 21. He's a running back and 6'1", 175.
All right, I'll jot it down. Blake Lawson. Handoff up the middle. Did the ball come out?
It did look like the ball did come out, but they got the touchdown. So, yeah, it did look like the ball came out. Let's look at the replay again.
Yeah, there was definitely collision right at the goal line. No, he
didn't.
He just spun out of it.
Yeah.
So the ball did cross the plane, so score moves up to 43, pending the extra point. And that was just a methodical drive there by the Spartans, a combination of running, passing, short routes, out routes, hard to guard. Hard to choose just one player to eliminate. Really hard to blitz a veteran quarterback, because there have been a couple times where we've brought pressure off the edges and he's thrown it immediately to find his receivers in space. Just a really solid St. Francis offense.
And not only do they have a great QB, they also have great receivers who can adjust to him throwing it off that quick and getting out there and making plays even under pressure and when they can't necessarily get what they wanted to do.
You're right. So at this point, right, what's your mindset? There's not a 44-point play, right? So the coaches are telling them that, guys, we need to stick to our stuff, what we do. We need to chip away. It's one play at a time. It's not even one score at a time. And that's what's so hard mentally is when you find yourself in a big deficit, you try to just look for big play after big play. But that's not necessarily the answer, especially when you're only in the second game of the season and you still have a team that has not fully gelled. I would love to see Wheaton Academy get a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-play drive here to start the third.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And one thing, I mean, it'll be really interesting to see how they do come back from this is they've had a few struggles last week too here, but let's see how they can do.
Nice little run by Joe Bracey. Slippery. Found some space. Ducked down around the 30. Warrior offense will take over. Look at this camera work. It's like we're on the field. Nice job to our camera crew. We'll give everybody some love who's a part of the production towards the end of the fourth quarter, but shout out to Mr. Hockett for making this happen. This isn't just happen overnight. There's a lot of preparation and a lot of skill that it takes to pull this off.
Yes, there is a lot of work put into these types of productions.
All right, shotgun formation. Trips wide receiver right. Quick throw to LaPlante on the right edge. Stiff arm, 1, 2, gain of about 4 or 5. So far, the short yardage has been kind of our bread and butter, kind of the quick throws out in space. You can see they even had Zach Smith kind of trying to lead block over there for LaPlante. Kind of was a pulling tackle or a pulling guard to try to get out and lead block for him.
Yeah.
Francis with 5 down linemen. Handoff up the middle. Still churning, gets the first. And it takes about 5 blue jerseys to get him down. That was a big run by Chris Karstens there.
Yeah, good run. Good run to hopefully get them, help that offense continue to move on this drive and get them moving. Hopefully we can get a score here.
The Maroon platoon is getting after it, though. We got a little wah chant going. Hey, we'll celebrate when we can. First downs have been a hot commodity this game, so we'll take it. Let's see if we can keep it rolling. Dorn throws left to LaPlante, who gets hit and dropped immediately.
Wow, you could hear that hit from up here. That was a big hit.
Yep.
I'm sure that's got to rattle you a little bit.
Yeah, but Andrew LaPlante, pretty tough kid. I mean, he got up pretty quickly.
Oh, you can see in the replay, it knocked off one of St. Francis's helmets there, the big hit.
That's the thing. When you deliver a big hit, you better be ready to take one, too. That's how collisions work. LaPlante did not give up much ground there. 2nd and 12. Dorn with a 5-step drop, throws a quick screen. Chris Carson's hit pretty hard. He's going to bounce. He's going to hop up, but you know he felt that one. Might have got the wind knocked out of him as he trots off the field.
Yeah, looks like Trevor Donna came in to sub for him on that after that big hit.
Yeah, that's tough because you got to put a little loft on that to get it over the arms of the defenders, but what that does is give the second level of the defense a chance to catch up and make a big hit out in the middle of the field. 3rd and long. We haven't taken many deep shots. I'd love to see, and it looks like the Warriors are going to call a timeout to talk it over. I'd love to see, I don't think we've even thrown Nico Zepeda's way. He's got most of our height on the edge. They've done a good job of covering him up, but most of our throws have been either over the middle or to the right side. We haven't really come back to the left that much.
Yeah. They might have to go for some big plays sooner, pretty soon here. They want even chance to at least get some points on the board. I mean, short throws can do it for you for so long until you kind of just like you continue to try to get down the field and try to get a score, or just be like, you know, we just have to go short passes. I know short passes have been good, and that's what David's been good at for most of this game, but if he wants a shot at least getting some points on the board, he might have to start taking some shots deep. And he's got some good wide receivers out there. Like we said, Nico's got the size, but Liam and Joseph both, and Andrew LaPlante, probably the 3 of them probably have the speed on a deep threat. So we'll see if they go anything deep. They haven't really done a lot of that yet tonight, but short passes can do only so much to a certain point in the game until you have to just be like, we have to throw it deep.
Yeah, also please make sure you follow us on Instagram at TheRealWaTV. As I said earlier, we do post daily on there, highlights from games, WaTV segments on there, so make sure you follow and be able to watch that.
Dorn rolling right, escapes the rush, looks deep, has a man, and it's caught. Nice stiff arm And another big play for the Warriors.
Wow, wow, wow. What
Nice
a great
job.
play there.
Andrew LaPlante, the senior.
Nice job,
Dorn
by Andrew.
on the run, makes a great throw
And it
across
looks
his
like
body.
a injured player for St. Francis is down on the field. So it looks like we'll be taking a break here for a couple minutes here. Hopefully the St. Francis player can get up and get off the field.
You hope that's nothing serious.
Yeah,
That was kind of what we called, boys. We were hoping that we could maybe get something on the perimeter.
Yeah.
And there it was.
Obviously, it wasn't the ideal play. He had to scramble out there, but he still got it good and got it down there, and he was wide open. Got some extra yards after rack, as they say.
Yak.
Rack. Yeah. Run. Wait.
Yards after catch.
Yards after. What's rack? I feel like
No
that's
idea.
something. Like RAC. I don't know. I might be wrong about that.
You're right. But, hey, sometimes when there's a broken play, I don't know if that was a broken play. That could have been a design QB rollout,
Yeah.
too. Because the fact that the pressure's come up the middle so much, maybe Coach Tun is drawing up some rollouts. But either way, it's hard to cover a receiver for 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Andrew LaPlante found some space, and then he got a little extra stiff arm in there, a little mustard to finish that play up.
Yeah. And looks like St. Francis's player getting up here. Walking off on his own power. That's really good to see.
That is good. That's number 77, Ryan Holloman, the senior.
Yeah, he looks to be in a lot of pain, so let's hope that that's only a single game injury and that doesn't mess with his last season here.
For
That'd
sure.
be devastating.
Yeah, injuries, unfortunately, come with the territory. I know a few Wheaton Academy guys have suffered some.
Yeah.
We talked about Javante last week going down with an ankle, hoping that he gets back. It's definitely a high collision, high contact sport. There's a little bit of luck involved. There's a little bit of skill, and there's also a lot of hard work to take care of your body.
Good thing is we haven't seen too many injuries tonight, which is good for both teams. So it's great that they're both staying healthy. And
Dorn's got a man. Finds LaPlante again. Nice cut. Nice shifty move there. Andrew LaPlante, David Dorn got a little connection going in the second half.
Yeah, and as you were saying, not many injuries this week, which is really good. I know last week, not a ton of injuries, but lots of cramps on the field.
Were there?
Yeah, there were plenty of stops, which extended the game to a very long game. I think it was 3 hours, 18 minutes maybe. So
Oof.
It's almost an NFL game time.
That is. We're pushing. We're right at 2 hours right now, so we'll see. All right, Warriors knocking on the door. 2nd and 2 in the red zone. I formation, handoff up the gut. Trevor Donna hit and dropped immediately, so that's going to be about 3rd and 3. Warriors definitely in 4-down territory. We need a score.
yeah, we just need to get some points here. Get a touchdown. We'll get that to get the offense, get the whole team fired up at least.
We need those cheerleaders doing some push-ups. We've
Yeah.
let them off scot-free. They hadn't done a single push-up tonight.
Yeah.
Definitely, and I'm not counting us out yet because we had 43 points in the fourth quarter last game, so we're down by 44 right now, obviously, but say it was last week's game, it would be 44 to 43. So that'd be if we had just the fourth quarter, and there's still 4 minutes in the third quarter here. So let's hope we can have another amazing fourth quarter like we did last week.
I think all of us will have a sigh of relief if we can just
Looked like a jump by on that defense, but it might be on our offense.
yeah, I think they're going to get Seamus
Yeah.
Faulkner on the far right.
Looks like
Far right
LaPlante
side.
also jumped a little bit there. So
Yeah, hitting us with the false start. So 3rd and 3 turns into 3rd and 8. Yeah, I think there'll be a sigh of relief if we can find the end zone here.
definitely, and I'm sure it'll get some momentum going for our teams and be very exciting for everybody here and get the Maroon platoon even more hype, and hopefully it'll be a good game here.
Another rollout to the right. Nobody in front of him. Thought he might run. Oh, tough. That's tough.
Yeah, so
We had some nice protection there. That's definitely designed because I don't know if we're going to have this replay or not, but you can see that not only is Dorn on the right, but look at his lineman over there with him.
I mean, he definitely could have scrambled there a little bit, but
Yeah,
definitely
a few yards, but
definitely wish we'd scrambled there, but we'll get a second chance here. 4th and 8. We're definitely going to go for it, so we'll see.
yeah, I mean,
At least hopefully we can pick up a first down, and at least pick up the first down.
St. Francis's coach looked a little fired up there, yelling at his team, trying to get a message across to the defense if he knows something that they don't know.
Yes, Joe. Oh, it's a face.
Nah, he was down there, that ball.
Yeah, looked like he almost got brought down by the face mask there. I mean, we can watch
Take
the
a look. I
replay.
think
It looked like he got
shoulder
taken down by
pad,
the face
maybe?
mask.
Shoulder pad.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, shoulder pad. Yeah, he got whipped down by that.
Hey, he was definitely down, though, and I think that was enough to move the chains. So that's going to be 1st and 10 Warriors.
Let's go.
Really exciting. Incredible just to see the grit that this team has to keep going even when they don't. So it'll be a 1st and 6.
1st and goal, baby, from the 6. 4 chances to score here. Hand off to Donna, and it's going to be a loss. Little bit of action after the whistle there.
Yeah.
Trevor's fired up.
People are.
Coaching staff getting a little kind of shrugging the hands out because it definitely looked like there was some late
there's
action there.
Yeah, there definitely was.
Very aggressive there.
What was that? Was that a loss of about 1 or so? Not much. They blew it dead. He kind of hit the line of scrimmage, and they blew it dead. So this time Warriors spreading it out. Look at us. We got 4 wide receivers, 2 left, 2 right. David looking right. Throws fade to the back corner of the end zone. Over the top. Looks like the DB
He's looking for Seamus on that one.
he kind of jammed Seamus up. Take a look. DB gets him right in the chest, right about there. I don't know. I think they're going to call uncatchable ball because it definitely was contact in the air, but it looked like that ball was too deep out of the end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3rd and 8. Would love to get 3, 4, 5 yards here, so we got 4th and goal from short. I think this might be our last play before the 3rd quarter ends. So we will switch down to the other end of the field.
Yeah, hopefully they can get a touchdown before the 3rd quarter rolls out. That'd be great to have before going into the 4th.
LaPlante in space. Churning.
Keep going.
Oh, super close.
Probably
Almost
on the
had
1
it.
yard line there.
Yeah, that's a 1.
Look at the effort from LaPlante. Let's see where he first gets hit. Gets hit at the 5. Pushes.
Keeps going.
Pushes. Leans down to the 1.
Yep. 1 yard line.
Big time move there. So here we go, boys.
4th and 1.
4th and 1. Actually, that's going to be the 3rd. So we're going to bring it down to this end and see if that's our lucky end zone tonight. That was where the first score got called back. So we'll see if we can start the 4th with a touchdown from the first play.
Set a new record for how many points we can get in the 4th quarter, hopefully.
Hey,
That'd
be great. If we could get 45 points in the 4th quarter, hey, that'd be cool. But see what happens. You never know. Anything can happen.
Yeah, this is an uphill battle. Even from talking with the coaches, and I watched the game online. I think you guys were here last week. St. Francis is a little bit of a different animal than Bishop Mac. I think
totally.
they have far superior players than we were facing last week.
Yes.
Bishop Mac is an incredible program, but there you can see, man, look at that schedule. Bishop Mac, that has been in the Final Four of state over and over. St. Francis is just a powerhouse. And then after we play Westmont, we
come back here for IC Catholic.
That is also
and a great team.
They won 3 state championships in a row. I think it was 17, 18, 19.
Yeah.
Just another unbelievable program. So tough schedule for the Warriors. But, hey, in a short season like this and there's no playoffs, it's kind of COVID, everything's different. What better way to improve your program and kind of see where you're at than playing some of the best competition in the area?
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, one thing about IC Catholic and St. Francis, they had a 33-game winning streak. And then St. Francis last year came along to end that winning streak for them.
Yep.
Which was huge for St. Francis. And you can see why them playing out here tonight. They're a great team.
Yep.
Can't argue with it.
Yep. But we'll see. I guarantee you St. Francis wants a shutout, but the Warriors
they do.
are going to get physical here. What do you think, boys? We running it up the gut, or we're going to get a little QB rollout action?
I think you got to, maybe
we go,
they'll
quick
run it
slant?
here. Or?
We could go quick slant. That is
And
QB
let's
sneak. I think we
sneak.
got it.
I think, touchdown. There we
Touchdown,
go.
Warriors.
Let's go, Warriors.
Take a look. Who's that? Peter Johannick leading the way.
Yep.
Boom.
Nice
Right
job,
behind
David.
him. Nice push. David holds on to it.
Nice.
And we get rid of the goose egg on the scoreboard. Wheaton Academy scores their first touchdown of the game to go up.
It looks like they're going for 2 right here, which makes sense, I think. It might be 2.
I don't know. Looks like we're lining up.
No, they're not. It's a kick.
Who's that? James Kapitanek who's kicking?
Yes, that is Cappy.
One final Warrior hustles on to the line.
Looks like it was
They're
so
missing
1 point here.
We good. And
It was
point
up, and it
is
was good.
Cool.
So brings the game 44-7.
Only took us 2 seconds to score, boys. If we can score at 2-second clips, then we'll be in good shape.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a nice drive. Like, that was methodical. It was a mix of run and pass. We held our composure. We got a fortunate penalty there, but, I mean, we drove it down the field. That was what the coaches were asking for at halftime. We were talking about how there's no 44-point play. We need some good drives.
No, yeah, totally.
Even if this game ends up 44-21, so, I mean, we just need to show that we are not the same team that we were the first quarter.
Yeah,
that was an ugly start.
So, Mr. Smith, you're a math teacher. So if we got how many more touchdowns with 2-point conversions would we need if we went for a 2-point conversion every
let's
time?
do this math. What is our what's our point differential here? What's 44 minus 7?
Making me do the math. Oh.
It would be 37. So what's
Okay.
37 divided by 8?
37 divided by 8. Oh gosh.
8 times 4 is 36. So we would need 8 times 4 is 32, excuse me. So we would need 4 touchdowns, 4 2-point conversions, and it'd still be a 4-point game. So we need 5 scores, boys.
5 scores.
It's a 5-score game. It's hard to do math when you're under pressure,
It
isn't
is.
Yeah, I was showing my classes the other day a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire clip where there was a simple math question, but the guy was under so much pressure, his brain just turned to ice.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, let's go, Warriors. Big time here. Francis returns the kick,
Stop him behind.
and we take him down around the 30. So,
That's good.
hey, we saw last week, our guys respond to momentum. It's natural in high school. It's you kind of go with the flow of the game. I'm a basketball coach. It happens when the other team goes on a run, your body language sags. You go on a run, things start to go your way. Let's see if that touchdown gives our defense a jolt of energy here.
Yeah, they need that.
Oh, yeah,
they
for
need
sure.
to start
I mean,
start forcing some turnovers.
No doubt.
That's what they
We need
need.
some. We need some.
Most of these guys on defense, as we've said, are also on offense, so I'm sure they'll still have the energy and the hype and stuff from that touchdown.
It also does look like Francis has swapped their quarterback out for number 7, Carson Bandillo. So Tommy Reitenhouse is actually out of the game now. So
Yeah,
they have swapped. I mean, it makes sense that they swapped it because it's such a big lead.
Yeah.
But hopefully, with that change in quarterback, maybe our defense can take an advantage of Carson, who hasn't been playing who hasn't played it all night. So maybe we can force him into some bad reads.
I
or some
agree.
Bad throws or something. We'll see.
Yeah, and I mean, that's definitely going to help the defense a lot.
Totally. Yeah.
With the change of game. And or change of quarterback, excuse me, and we'll be able to. They definitely won't be going. I don't know this quarterback as well, but they definitely won't be going for the long drives and so on and so forth, and huge passes, and hopefully our defense can get some jumps on the quarterback, as the St. Francis moves back here. It's like a 12 men on the field, so there's going to be 5 men back, or 5 yards back, not 5 men back.
And fellas, this fourth quarter is going to go by pretty quickly because I believe with the point differential, it's in running clock. So I don't think the clock is going to stop the rest of the way through. So as you can see,
the clock
this game
is
is going to be over in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but I am curious to see how the Warrior defense responds here. Backup quarterback in. He made a nice play there with his legs, but it is 3rd and long, so Warriors could get the ball back if they make a stop here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 3rd and 12 here. I mean, definitely it'll be interesting to see how this quarterback can throw. We haven't seen him throw too much yet, and we'll see him throw here.
Fingertip grab.
Yeah. That was, I must say, that was a very good grab. But
it was. Take a look at this replay. This is what you call a shoestring catch. Woo! Right off the toes. But, hey, they're going to have to punt. Nice stop by the Warrior D.
Yeah, so obviously big deficit here. I'm sure the Warriors just want to get some points on the board and bring this lead down as we see Tommy Rittenhouse coaching up his backup on the sideline there and giving him a little advice.
Yeah, he played a heck of a game. Definitely was a difference maker in the first half. We didn't have an answer for him, and it looks like we're going to call the fair catch. Joe Bracey fields it, and the Warrior offense will take over around the 40.
Yeah, so number 7, Carson Vandello is a junior, so next year I'm sure he will be the starting quarterback for St. Francis, so I'm sure they want to get him as many reps in a game as possible, getting him prepared for next season, which will start in the fall. So this year they'll end this season around May, I think, or I think the last game's early May, and then they start practice June for the fall season and practice all through summer and get going, which is crazy.
It is. It is going to be a quick turnaround. Let's see what the Warriors draw up here. The playbook is wide open. We're just trying to move the ball again. David looking, and he's going to be brought down. Yeah. I didn't see anybody open, to be honest. We can see in the replay if we see anybody. He's looking left. He's looking right. He's looking at all of his reads.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything.
Then the pocket collapsed.
They just got a hand on him and held on to him, and he couldn't get off and throw a ball out or something. So we'll see what they come up with here with a 2nd and 16. And, as the clock rolls down, just about 7 minutes here.
Yep.
Ooh, way over his head there.
Way
so.
over. Yeah, way over. I think he was looking for. I don't know who that is. Hopefully
yeah, that was a tough one there. Just way over his head, and
it looked like David was looking for JT Manusos.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest. That's the hardest throw you can make as a right-handed quarterback is running to your left.
Yeah,
because you have to turn your hips and throw across your body, and we saw that one just get a little bit away from him there.
And also your feet aren't set when you throw that either, probably too. So that's also makes it even harder to throw that type of throw.
I just want to give some more love to the offensive line. I mean, they've been battling. St. Francis has some horses up front. Zach Smith, Jared Samuelson on the right, Peter Johannick, James Kapitanek, and Josh Brunner on the left.
Yeah.
Just grinding out there. Such a physical game up front. They're doing their best. And they've had some great moments. LaPlante with another grab. He's had a nice game. I think that's maybe his 5th or 6th catch of the night.
Yeah. So that'll bring them back to the line of scrimmage there. Or not the line of scrimmage. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
Yeah.
But the
line of scrimmage. Yep.
Yeah.
First, the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah. There. Thank you.
4th down for them. So
4th and 10. Looks like we're punting.
Yeah. I mean, down this much. Just under 5:30 left in the half. I think you got to punt. at this point, it's just trying to cut the lead down a little and not let it get any bigger.
That was tough. He had to punt that one at an awkward angle.
Oh,
that's nice.
Warriors ball.
Yeah,
That's good. That is amazing.
Nice job by the special teams. Oh.
That's a big play we needed. It looks like
great.
there might be an injured player, though.
No, we're good.
Maybe
Trevor's got up. Trevor's good.
He's down for a little bit. A little slow to get up, but he's good.
Trevor's good. He can probably a little
Yeah.
shaken up, but he's good.
That
He's
was
a tough one.
That was a
Tough player out there.
a mistake by the Spartans. They definitely should have let that roll around.
Oh, yeah.
Got a little greedy, tried to pick it up, and we made a nice hit.
It was a really, really good hit, really strong hit there.
I think that was don't know who that was, actually.
Let's see what we got. 3 wide receivers left. LaPlante, Bracey, Nico, Seamus on the right. Hand off at the middle to Carsons. He's got space.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Look at that misdirection there. First down.
Nice run.
And a little bit more.
Nice run. He's hustling back.
Yeah.
Chris, a really hard worker. Great math student. Have him in pre-calculus last semester. Always coming in after school for extra help before practice. That's all you can ask as a teacher.
Pre-calc is a hard class. I'm in pre-calc right now, and that's a hard class. It's a fun class, but a hard class for sure.
Another handoff to Chris.
There goes
Nice
Chris.
little
Nice.
hurdle.
Wow.
Keeps churning.
Yeah,
keeps moving.
It was tough, guys, that we got down so much so early because the run game, we've shown some flashes, but it's just really hard to run when I think St. Francis was up 21-zip.
Yeah,
really quick.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, within the first
quarter,
5 minutes, I think they were up
they had a
21
pick six.
zip.
Yep,
2
pick
pick
sixes.
sixes and the touchdown, and then they got the second touchdown there pretty quickly too. So.
Yep. So I mean, obviously not ideal. And here in the last 3 minutes, we're kind of just reflecting on the narrative of the game. But I do think the second half was much better. For the Warriors.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Offensively, we kept our heads about us. We found our rhythm a little bit.
Yeah.
It was just, hey, we talked about it. Keys of the game was turnovers and 3 and outs in the first quarter. We just could not get anything going.
Yeah. Nope. And they're clearly not giving up, even though there's this 34-point deficit.
37.
37, excuse me.
Pre-calculus is tough. It's fun, though.
Yeah. I'm not good at quick math most of the time. But,
we have heart. I know a lot of these guys. I've taught a lot of them. I've coached a lot of them. We definitely have heart.
Yes.
And our coaching staff has a lot of heart. So you're seeing that translate to the field here. We're definitely not going to wave the white flag.
No, and I mean, you can't.
Ooh,
you can't
nice
win them all.
misdirection.
Nice. Ooh, nice catch by Nico.
Good for him.
Good catch,
See that?
good
I think
catch.
that's the first one that went his way.
Yeah. One of the first ones that have gone his way this game.
It's a nice throw. He had to kind of use some little Jerry Rice toe tap over there on the sideline to stay in bounds.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if we can sneak one in here. Minute and a half to go. Probably got time for 3 or 4 more plays because the clock's going to continue to run on us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is, I mean, let's hope we can cut this lead to a little bit less, but.
Thought you were going to do more math there.
30. It would be a 30-point lead if they score and get the extra
Jordan
point.
rolling right. He's got room. Found him. Touchdown.
Nice job. Touchdown.
Is that Andy?
Seamus Faulkner.
He's had a nice game as well. That's about his 3rd or 4th catch, and he gets rewarded here in the end of the 4th.
Seamus has done good tonight.
Nice job, Seamus.
Yeah, so cutting the lead down to 31 points. And hopefully we can get this extra point here as our Maroon platoon celebrates a little bit. Although we will not win this game, they are still very hyped up to be out here and
no doubt about
be able to celebrate. And
I don't know about you guys, but the entire pandemic just really put a lot of things into perspective.
Yeah.
It was a chance to get your priorities straight, a chance to kind of resettle yourself, kind of really do some reflection. And I think we're all just so grateful. We realize more and more how thankful we are for the relationships that we have at this place, relationships with students, with teachers. And it just kind of puts into perspective that this means a lot, but it ultimately is just a game and a chance for you to compete, learn discipline, hard work, and have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah, as we saw our cheerleaders there doing 14 push-ups for our 14 points.
It's a total of 21.
Yeah.
They might have a little soreness tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah, last week I think they had to do 156 in
Ooh.
total,
Ooh.
which is
Could
pretty
you
sore.
do 156 push-ups?
Spread out maybe.
Yeah,
maybe,
I could not
but
do that in one set. No.
Definitely not one set.
Not one set.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we do here if St. Francis just starts taking knees going in victory formation, or
Yeah,
what
definitely.
they see here.
Yeah, they're definitely going to field it, take 2 knees, and take it to
Yeah.
the house for
It'll-
sure.
It'll be interesting to see if we try to use our timeouts, as we still do have 2, but I don't.
Probably not. Probably they're just going to let it go. Makes sense. I mean, they could use them if they wanted to, but they probably just – Francis will just knee it out here.
Wow.
Nah, we got him.
Yeah, we got him done. Nice
Who's number
job.
14? He was hype.
I believe that is – he's not on the roster, but I think it's Stas.
Yeah, I think you're
Um,
right.
He just came back. I saw him today.
Stas
in
and
the
JT
hallway.
were both out there.
Yeah, I saw him in the hallway today. Stas just became actually eligible to play today, so
Nice.
that's great that he's back on the field.
So, I just want to thank the 190 about people out here watching this game, coming along for the ride. Thank you for joining us. I want to give a shout out to my dad for texting me some advice along the night.
Shout out to Dad.
There you go.
Mr. Van Meter.
I want to give a shout out to a couple alumni who I know are watching. Chris Parez, his brother Seb. Love those guys. And I saw a few alumni out here watching, supporting, coming back to campus, which is always nice. Fellas, we're going to wrap things up here. It was a nice ride.
Yeah.
I know that things didn't necessarily turn out how we expected, but
No.
it has been
No.
over 2 years since I've been in the booth. It was a joy commentating with you guys, and, kind of story of the game. They got ahead early, a couple turnovers, a couple pick sixes. We were never able to rebound, but I do think the second half was much better. I want to thank our crew, camera crew, video crew, directors. We've got Will Hupke on a camera, Wesley Kersey, Haley Cerna, Noah Rich Creek, Emma Vega, Kenneth Tolman in the booth directing for us, and Mr. Jones as well. And, of course, Mr. Hockett, who kind of runs the whole show. Thanks to our sponsors, Fona Service Master, Mindel Plumbing and Heating, and our final scoreboard sponsor, Providence Bank and Mortgage, as the Warriors take a knee there for the prayer after the game. Fellas, any final thoughts before we close it out?
It was a good game. They worked hard, even as they were down really, really deep there in the fourth quarter. And I want to say join us for our next home game against IC Catholic Prep in 2 weeks. I think I'll be there. I don't know if Will Clegg or you.
I will be here.
Garrison's
I will
gonna
be here
be
for the
there.
next.
I'll be here too.
next
Mr.
one.
Smith
so
is going to be here.
let's go.
So, yeah, make sure you join us.
Yep, thanks, fellas. It was definitely a learning experience tonight for the Warriors. The program is on the up and up. We're extremely excited. Continue to join us every home game here on WATV Live from Performance Trust Stadium. Thank you, and have a good night.